Hey guys, welcome to Green Bean Fiction. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Deku became cybernetic villain after being betrayed? Part 2. Before starting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in MHA fanfictions. This story is the Dreadnaught by Ultigod 10096. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive in. After Izuku's message and the death of AFO, the whole city is in a state of panic, which is a perfect time for chaos to happen as villains and thugs started going wild on the streets, having nothing to fear now that AFO is dead. As riots break out, heroes are called out to stop the villains from causing destruction as the pros are running around catching villains left and right. Endeavor. Round up as many as you can find. Thug. Death to the heroes. Thug. Yeah, kill 'em all. Thug. In the name of URGOT. Thugs. In the name of URGOT. Then the thugs and villains all started chanting in the name of Ergo and began surrendering the smaller groups of heroes, easily overwhelming them and killing them as 20 villains rush. Endeavor. Villain. Kill him. Villain. Death to the flame hero. Endeavor. TCH damn scum. Heatwave blast. Endeavor sends a heatwave at the villains, sending them flying backwards and burning them a bit. Endeavor. It's gonna take more than a bunch of fodder to stop me. Warwick. Oh really? Endeavor looked over only to get punched in the face with a metal fist, sending him flying into a building as he gets back up to see Warwick there. Warwick. Well, I am happy to oblige. Campfire. Endeavor. WHOU calling a campfire boy. Endeavor shoots a streak of flames at Warwick only for him to jump over the fire and land behind Endeavor, but before he could do anything, Warwick gets kicked in his side, sending him sliding back as he looks over to see Mirko. Warwick. You Mirko. Sup furball, ready for round 2. Endeavor. Mirko, when did you get here? Mirko. I came to tell you Theses was guys are all over the city. Endeavor. What? Warwick. Damn right, our boss said this is the perfect time for some chaos, and he's right. Look around you, the city is in utter chaos and everything's going to shit. Endeavor. TCH, where is that boy? Tell me now. Warwick. Hey, fuck you gonna do if I don't? Endeavor. You damn pet jet BU. Before Endeavor could get his jet burn off, Warwick blitzed in front of him and slashed his belly as blood shoots out into the air and sending him flying into a building. Once Endeavor was out the way, Warwick looked over at Mirko, who was already in front of him about to kick him, but he ducked and grabbed her leg and slammed her into the ground. Warwick. Same old bunny. Mirko. Who you calling bunny? Warwick turned around only to get kicked in the jaw, sending him spiraling through 4 buildings as Mirko got up and dusted herself off. Mirko. This ain't gonna be like last time, you damn mutt. Time to put you back in the kennel. Warwick. TCH, time for some rabbit stew. The two rush each other as Warwick swings at Mirko. As she dodged, while dodging she uppercut Warwick with her foot, sending him flying up in the air as Mirko jumped up and spin kicked Warwick, sending him flying. Once she landed, she rushed towards Warwick to continue the beat down, and once she got close she drop kicked Warwick in the face as he slides down on the road. Mirko. What's wrong? Scared to hit a girl? Warwick. That's not it. Mirko. Warwick rushed Mirko and threw a punch at her, but she blocked his fist, but Warwick knees Mirko in the stomach, causing her to fall to the floor as Warwick grabs her and slams her into the ground, then throws her through a bunch of buildings. Warwick. I ain't done yet. Rabbit. Warwick rushed Mirko, and when he finds her he grabs her by the leg and slams her into the ground over and over again until she did something surprising. She broke her own leg, shocking Warwick as she sent a downward kick to the top of his head, sending him to the ground, releasing her. Mirko. Got you. Now tell me where the others are. Warwick. Why say it when they're already here? Mirko. Wah bang. A bullet hits Mirko in her ear, causing her to scream in pain as she falls to one knee. All she can hear is ringing. She looks up to see a shining light on top of a roof. Mirko. This can't be it for me. Naoto. Time to end this. Naoto aims for Mirko's head, but as he's about to pull the trigger, a scarf knocks the rifle out of his hands. He looks over to see Aizawa. Naoto. So you survived the explosion from last time, it seems. Aizawa. Yep. Naoto. Well, next time I'll use stronger explosives. Aizawa. Well, there won't be a next time, Naoto. And what makes you say duh? Present Mike. Why? Naoto looks over only to get hit with a sonic blast from Present Mike, sending him flying off the rooftop, but Naoto shot his grappling hook as it latched onto the roof, lifting him back up as he sees not only Aizawa but Midnight and Present Mike. Naoto. That was a cheap shot. Present Mike. Hey man, sometimes you just gotta play dirty. Naoto. Funny you should say that. Naoto presses a button on his wristwatch as the sound of buzzing can be heard in the distance, confusing the three until they get surrounded by a bunch of drones. Naoto. Because two can play at that game, have fun. Naoto runs and jumps off the roof, shocking the three heroes until they see him fly off on a glider. Aizawa. Damn it, he got away. Present Mike. What's the plan, Shota? Aizawa. Take care of these drones, Mike. Present Mike. On it. As the three take care of the horde of drones, we cut over Naoto, who's flying through the air looking at all the chaos on the ground. Naoto. Man, this city went to hell so fast, all because the death of one man. Hawks. I know, right? It's crazy how things can go from 0 to 100 really quick. Naoto looks over, seeing Hawks. He grabs his pistol, but Hawks was faster as he sliced the pistol in half and kicked Naoto off his glider, but Naoto shot his grappling hook at Hawks as it gets caught in his wings, causing him to get snatched down as Naoto tugs the line, bringing Hawks down closer to him. Once Hawks was close enough, Naoto grabs him by the collar and holds him down and punches him in the face over and over as Hawks takes the full force of their fall, and as the smoke clears, Naoto looks down, seeing an unconscious Hawks on the ground, and takes out his Bowie knife. Naoto. Better safe than sorry. Naoto goes to plunge the knife into Hawks, but his ears perk up as he quickly turns around and blocks an incoming attack from Pikoyama.
Naoto. Well, this is a surprise. I thought I'd never see you again.
Pikoyama. Well, I'm not so easy to get rid of, Naoto. Oh no, don't get it wrong, this is exciting. Pikoyama. Why are you out here, Naoto? I'll answer all your questions if you can surprise me. Pikoyama. I see, I hate surprises, but I'll make this work. Naoto pushes Pikoyama back as she swings her blade, only for Naoto to duck and sweep her legs, but she caught herself and backflipped away, only for Naoto to throw some throwing knives at her as she blocks them all. Naoto's then rushes her and swings his blade, but she dodged and swings down at him, but he blocks it and kicks her back a bit and rushes her again, putting her the defensive. Naoto. Come on, I know you can do better than that, Pikoyama. Oh, believe me, I can. Pikoyama spin kicks Naoto, only for him to catch her leg and break it, causing her to scream, but only for a little bit as Naoto grabbed her face and slammed her into the ground. Then Naoto looked down at her, seeing her still conscious, as he spun his knife around. Naoto. Goodbye. Naoto goes to stab Pikoyama, about to finish her off, but then bang. Naoto. He gets shot in the gut, causing him to fall backwards as Pikoyama looks over to see Fuyuhiko. Pikoyama. Why, young master, what are you doing here? Fuyuhiko. I came to see if you're okay. This whole city's gone to hell all of a sudden. What's happening? Pikoyama. I guess you didn't hear, but AFO is dead. Fuyuhiko. What, when? Pikoyama. A few hours ago. Fuyuhiko. Then why the hell is all this happening? Pikoyama. I'm not sure, but young master, you must leave now. Fuyuhiko. You're coming with me. Pikoyama. I'm sorry, but I can't. The Fuyuhiko. Don't you dare say the city needs me. Pikoyama. The city needs me. Fuyuhiko. Damn it, come on Piko, just come with me back to base. Pikoyama. Young master, listen, please leave. I can take care of myself. It's dangerous out here. Fuyuhiko. What, you think I can't take care of myself? I just saved you. Pikoyama. Young master, please just listen, leave, go back to the warehouse. I'll be. Fuyuhiko. Look out, Pikoyama. Who bang, a bullet grazed Pikoyama's cheek, but missing her as she sees Naoto on the ground breathing heavily.
Pikoyama. You missed. Naoto. Oh no, Huff, I wasn't aiming for you. Pikoyama. What? No. Pikoyama quickly turned around and saw Fuyuhiko on the ground bleeding profusely. She dropped her sword, ran over to him and saw he was shot in the left eye and through the back of the head. Pikoyama. Why, young master? Fuyuhiko. Pikoyama. Why, young master? Why young master? Pikoyama hugged Fuyuhiko as tears fell down her face, but she had no idea why, as she started crying and having a breakdown, but she just started crying anyway. She's never felt sadness before, so her brain didn't know how to function properly until now. Pikoyama. Young master, please say something, please don't die, don't leave me. By MYS. Bang. Pikoyama gets shot in the back as she falls to the ground next to Fuyuhiko, as we see Naoto slowly getting back up. Naoto. Goodbye, swordswoman. Naoto walks off, leaving the two there as he got on his walkie-talkie and tried contacting the others. Naoto. This is Timo, do you read me over? Ziggs. Hey buddy, how you doing? Naoto. Not well, I just got shot a few minutes ago. Ziggs. What? Naoto. Yeah, but I'll be fine, I just gotta. Ziggs. Hold on, stay where you are, I got you. Naoto. There's no need to. Before Naoto could finish his sentence, Ziggs was already off the walkie-talkie and headed to Naoto's location as he let out a sigh. Naoto. I told him I was fine, sigh, this ain't good. Viper. Whistle, that's a nasty wound you got right there. Naoto looks over to see Viper walking out of an alleyway with 2 bags full of cash. Naoto. I know you're Viper, right? Viper. Yep, and you're Timo or the forest ghost. Naoto pulled out his revolver and aimed it at Viper as she aimed her double barrel at him. The two glares at each other for a while. Naoto. How do you know that name? Viper. 3 years ago the jungle ambushed the death of Omega Squad. Naoto. Naoto shot the shotgun out of Viper's hand and blitzed her and spin kicked her in the face as she went flying into the alley, hitting the wall. Viper. Hey, so the rumors are true, everyone in Omega Squad had a trigger word, that's why they were put down, all except one it seems. Naoto put his revolver to Viper's head as she looked up and saw his eyes were gold and had split pupils. Naoto. Who sent you? Viper. No one, in fact. Viper closes her eyes as her eyes go green and have split pupils as well, surprising Naoto. Naoto. You're not part of Omega Squad. Viper. No, the squad I was a part of was made to kill guys like you, but the program was shut down before they could actually do any field work. I was the only one created, they called me Blood Fangs. Naoto. And was this program run by a man named the Judge? Viper. As a matter of fact it was, seems we have a common enemy. Naoto. Why do you want him dead? Viper. Team Blood. Viper were all my sisters, we were gonna be the best, but once the project stopped being functional you can guess what happened to them. Naoto. He killed your sisters, why didn't he kill you? Viper. They thought I died in my test tube, but I lived and I'm out for blood, so what do you say, partners? Naoto thought about it for a while, then made up his mind as he grabbed Viper's hand and shook it. Naoto. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Viper. I can work with that. Naoto. You will work with that till I say so. Viper. Geez, okay Mr. Trust Issues, now what? Naoto. We'll talk later, I gotta get healed up. Viper. Alright then, see you later. Viper runs up the wall and onto the roof of the building and runs off, leaving Naoto there as he can hear heroes nearby. Naoto. This is bad. Random hero. I found 2 bodies over here. Random hero. Someone get an ambulance. Random hero. No time, take em to the closet hospital, hurry. 2 heroes run over and take the 2 to the nearest hospital in the area as the rest search the area for any villains or civilians. Random hero. Anyone around? Random hero. No one. Random hero. Keep searching, we gotta get as many people out these streets and to the nearest shelter. Naoto. A shelter, huh, interesting. Random hero. Huh, hey, is someone there? Naoto. Shit, okay, new plan. Naoto quickly takes off his gear and hides it somewhere and begins to act like a citizen. Naoto. Cough cough, help. Random hero. Oh shit, hey, there's someone here. The other heroes walk over and go inside the alley to see Naoto on the floor bleeding from his gut. Random hero. Shit, he's been shot. Random hero. He looks young. Jesus man, these guys have no chill. Random hero. Those fucking savages. Random hero. Come on, let's go, we gotta get him to a shelter quickly. The heroes pick Naoto up and run off towards a shelter as we see Naoto with a small smile on his face. Naoto. Thank you. Random hero. Relax kid, don't talk too much, just relax, okay? Naoto. Hi, hey, all according to plan. Random hero. Alright, you guys get that kid to safety, we'll stay and keep looking. Random hero. Okay, watch yourselves. The group carrying Naoto leave the area as the other heroes stay and keep searching the area for anyone else. Random hero. All this destruction and chaos in under an hour. Random hero. Imagine what the rest of the city looks like right now. Random hero. We gotta do something and fast or else this'll happen again. Random hero. Yeah, tch fucking All Might #1 hero my ass. Random hero. Let's not talk about that disgrace of a hero and focus on Help anyone out there, help us. Random hero. Over there by the manhole. The heroes rush over to the manhole and surround it. Random hero. Hello anyone down there. Yes, help me and my little brother are trapped, we were hiding from the bad people, help us please. Random hero. Okay, stay calm, we're gonna get you out, any of you boys got a strength quirk? Random hero. I got one, step aside boys. The random hero walks over and grabs the manhole and pulls it, slowly pulling it up out the ground, and then with one final pull he rips the manhole out of the ground, only to get shot in the face by spider webs, shocking the other heroes. Random hero. Random hero. Help him. The heroes try and stop the other hero from moving so they can get the webbing off his face. Once they grabbed him, one of the heroes was able to rip the spider webbing off, only to be met with baby spiders running around on his hand. Random hero. Spiders. Random hero. Spiders. Shino. Yep. And then Shino jumps out of the hole and drops a bunch of cocoon bombs down onto the heroes as the bombs explode into an army of little baby spiders, creeping the heroes out. Shino. It's a spider festival. Shino then crash lands on top of a hero, completely crushing them into a paste, and starts brutalizing the heroes around her as Yuga crawls his way out of the hole along with Mina, who's wrapped in a large cocoon on Yuga's shoulders as Yuga sees Shino finishing up the last hero. Yuga. Oh mon say beaucoup de sang, oh my that's a lot of blood. Shino. Yeah, wanna eat some, they taste really good. Yuga. Je vice passer, I'll pass. Shino. Okay, suit yourself chomp man, human flesh tastes so good, especially when they're afraid, you can still taste the goosebumps on them. Yuga. Shino to me fait pure, Shino you scare me. Shino. You have nothing to fear, I'll protect you, that's what siblings do. Yuga. Je suppose K2 is Raison, I guess you're right. Issei. I Naoto. The two look up to see Issei on the roof looking around for Naoto but can't find him. Shit, where did he go? Naoto, where are you? I am here, ma. Shino. More flesh. Issei looks over to see Shino zooming towards Issei's location, freaking him out by her speed as he throws down a smoke bomb. Shino. Ow wow, neat magic trick, but it won't work on me, those never work. Shino swipes the smoke away only to see Issei no longer there, surprising her. Shino. Well, I guess wizards do exist. Yuga. Shino nous avons un problème, Shino we have a problem. Shino looks over to see 6 SWAT trucks heading their way. Yuga. Nous devons y aller maintenant, we gotta go now. Shino. Relax my baby brother, we have nothing to fear. Why? Because Big Sis is here and she's hungry for blood. Before Shino could do anything, an explosion goes off, sending the 6 SWAT trucks swerving and crashing into buildings as she looks over to see a large mech walking around the streets. Shino. COOOOL, more destruction. Yuga. Telemon gross, so big. Shino. Come on bro, let's go over there. Yuga. Quoi pourquoi, what why? Shino. Because we're gonna eat the survivors and maybe steal the giant robot. Yuga. Shino. Relax, I was just playing little bro. Yuga. Sighs of relief. Shino. Or maybe I wasn't. Yuga. Je suis désolé. Quoi, I'm sorry, what? Shino. Nothing. Compress. Excuse me, you two. The two turn around to see Compress and the new and improved Shigaraki and Dabi. Tamura Shigaraki. Quirk. The depths. Quirk explanation: Shigaraki can use the tentacles on his back to grab and strangle his enemies or tear his enemies apart. He can also liquefy the area around him and swim around and drag people down into the ground, drowning them. If around any sea water, he can call upon giant octopus and squids for help. Dabi. Weapons. Acid dual pistols, robotic tail. Quirk. Flames acid spray. Quirk explanation: Dabi can spray acid out of his hands and mouth and can spray a large acidic mist around him if he gets surrounded. Shino. Who are you guys? You smell of chemicals and radiation. Shigaraki. My what a lucky guess. Shino. Oh really, what's my prize? Bang. A bullet speeds towards Shino and rips half her lower jaw off, shocking Yuga as he looks over, seeing Dabi with a smoking gun barrel and a smile on his face. Dabi. Death. Yuga. Shino, êtes-vous okay? Shino, are you okay? Shino. Oh wow, that's a strong gun. And to the three boys' surprise, Shino starts regenerating her lower jaw as it's perfectly healed. Shino. Now it's my turn. Dabi. What are you? Shino blitzes and grabbed on of Dabi's guns and tries to take it, but he kicks her back, but she took one of the guns from him anyway and aimed it at Dabi as he aimed his other one at her. The two shot at one another as Shino was hit in the chest while Dabi was grazed on the face, taking a bit of flesh. Dabi. Ga. Yuga. Shino. Shigaraki. Your turn, Yuga. Haak. Yuga got grabbed by Shigaraki's back tentacles and is being strangled by them as Shigaraki watches the life slowly start to leave Yuga's eyes, but what he didn't notice was Yuga's lower spider part pointing towards Shigaraki as he shot spider webs at him, blinding him and letting him fall to the floor, regaining his breath. Yuga. Say Tate for me, that was close. Shigaraki. TCH compress. Compress. On it. Compress aims his chem staff at Yuga and is about to spray him with toxic gas, but Shino jumps back up and shoots at Compress, destroying his staff as the area around them erupts into toxic gas. Shigaraki. Shit, fall back. The three run off as Shinso and Yuga do the same, getting out the toxic smoke and running off in some random direction. Shino. Man, that was so much fun, let's go find some more, yeah. Yuga. Si tu es un enfant si sauvage, you're such a wild child. While Shino and Yuga go to cause chaos somewhere else, we see Izuku, Tadano, Nagant and a majority of the villains causing chaos in the wealthy neighborhoods. Izuku. Burn it all to the ground, leave these rich pigs with nothing but our kind hostility, he he he. Random villain. You all heard the man, burn this fucking neighborhood down. Random villains. Yeeaaaaah. The villains start to destroy and burn the neighborhood, making sure to leave nothing but rubble behind, while Tadano, Nagant and Izuku watch in acceptation. Nagant. Say, is it okay if I can take some of those jewels off the dead guys? Izuku. Why is that? Nagant. I mean, they're not gonna need them where they're going, am I right? Izuku. No, like I said, everything will burn. Tadano. What a shame. Nagant. Shut it, black eye. Tadano. That insult is getting weaker by the day. Then Zoe the zookeeper comes running towards the three of them with a hint of worry in her eyes. Tadano. What is it, Zoe? I can see the worry in your eyes. Zookeeper. Huff, pro heroes huff, All Might huff huff coming. The two were shocked by this as worry began to sweep over them all but Izuku as he switched his gun arm into a laser rifle. Izuku. Let them come. Zookeeper. But how are we supposed to beat them? Izuku. You'll see once they get here. Until then, let us focus on destroying this place, and when the pros get closer to our location, alert as many of my followers as you can out of the area. Zookeeper. Hi, Izuku. Good, now go. Zookeeper runs off to continue doing her thing as Izuku smirks under his mask, awaiting All Might's arrival. Izuku. I have been waiting for this ever since you took my arm and locked me away. I am going to break you like how you tried to break me. Nagant. What's he planning? Tadano. I think I know where this is going and I'm ready for it. The villains continued to cause chaos and destruction all across the rich neighborhoods, almost ridding them completely, but the pro heroes arrived just in time to stop them at the last second. Zookeeper told them to fall back and leave the area. Orders from her got as they did so without question, confusing the pros, but they weren't worried about them anymore. They had bigger problems to deal with, and that was Izuku, as they find him waiting in the middle of the street with Nagant and Tadano by his side as the pros immediately surrounded the three of them. Nagant. I don't know what you're planning, but now would be a good time to do whatever it is you're planning. Izuku. Wait, not yet, almost. Izuku looked around for All Might, not seeing him until he landed in front of Izuku, kicking up lots of dust. Once the smoke cleared, the three saw All Might standing tall but with no smile on his face. Instead, his smile was replaced with a frown of sympathy and sadness, but Izuku did not care whatsoever. Izuku. Well, if it isn't the man who helped create what I am now, why are you here to finish what you started? All Might was hit hard by that comment as he struggled to keep his composure, and all the other pro heroes around them were upset and mad, still not forgetting about that day and definitely not forgiving All Might for that either. All Might. Izuku, my Izuku. I'm going to stop you right there, All Might. Last time I checked you only had 2 kids, not 3. Their names were Izumi and Isaac, right? All Might. And no, I have 3 of them. Izuku. I see, so I have a replacement, is that what you're saying? All Might. No, listen, I. Pro hero. Just shut it, you bastard. All Might. W what? Pro hero. You fake hero. Pro hero. Scumbag. Pro hero. You piece of shit. The other pro heroes start cussing out All Might and insulting him, attacking at his mental state as he was standing there not sure what to do. Nagant. Wow, people really hate him now, that's neat. Izuku. It's all coming together now. Tadano. Is it time? Izuku. Tadano. Tadano. Yes, Ergot. Izuku. Release them. Tadano. Hi, of course, it's time. Tadano pulls out a horn and blows into it hard, getting the pro hero's attention. Then he stops and spins around in joy, then stops. Tadano. Arise, my little ones. And once that was said, every manhole in the neighborhood bursted open as lots of tiny monsters shot out into the sky for all to see as the monster formed a giant swarm in the air, shocking and terrifying all who can see it. Tadano then looks at the pros surrounding them and smirks. Tadano. You still plan on capturing us heroes? Well, say hello to my little friends. Tadano points at the pros surrounding them as the swarm speeds down towards them. The heroes try to run only to get caught up in the swarm as screams can be heard and flesh being torn apart. Then Tadano points up into the sky as the monsters fly back up into the air as All Might looked around, noticing only the pro heroes were missing and puddles of blood on the floor. All Might. What, where did everyone go? Nagant. Okay doc, what the fuck was that? Tadano. That was Death by Krill. Nagant. What? Tadano lets out a whistle as one of the little monsters comes flying down towards Tadano and flies around him. Tadano. This is a krill. Tadano. And that above us is a krill swarm. Nagant. How many of those things are above us right now? Tadano. I can't say, I created 2 of them and then they started multiplying afterwards. Nagant. I don't like that answer and I don't feel comfortable with those flying piranhas above me. Tadano. Relax, they won't hurt us, they follow my command. Nagant. Still don't feel comfortable. Izuku. Now that all the pawns are gone. Izuku aims his laser rifle towards All Might and charges it up. He sees this and backs away, putting a smirk on Izuku's face. Izuku. We can take care of the king. All Might. Izuku, wait, listen, Izuku. Die. Izuku fires as the laser speeds towards All Might, who's standing there still in shock until he gets kicked out the way of the blast, missing him. Nagant. Damn, so close. Tadano. Seems we have company. Izuku. How annoying. The 3 look over to see V and Caitlyn had arrived in time to save All Might. Izuku. Tell me, why do you increase the time of a dying man? Caitlyn. Because as much of a fuck up he is, this society still needs him, they just don't know it yet. Tadano. Is that what you believe? V. I don't really care, we're just here to stop you. Izuku. Then by all means come and try. V runs towards Izuku while Caitlyn stays behind to try and shoot from afar, only for Nagant to shoot at Caitlyn, causing her to jump back as Nagant chases after her, leaving the 2 to deal with V. Tadano. I'll deal with her, you take care of the false hero. Izuku. I appreciate it. Tadano runs at V, who throws a punch only for Tadano to duck and uppercut her, putting her in a daze, but she instantly gets out of it and starts throwing punches at Tadano, who's dodging all of them. V. Hold still. Tadano. Nope. Tadano pulls out his saber and tries stabbing V, but she grabs it and breaks it with her fist, agitating Tadano as he spin kicks her across the face. Tadano. That saber was a work of art, you know, now I'm upset. V. Oh really? Well, too bad, without your weapon I'm gonna fuck you up. Tadano. Is that so? Tadano pulls out a spear and presses a button as the spear sparks up with electricity. Tadano. Because I wish a bitch would try. Tadano spins the electric spear around fast and then stabs V through the leg, electrifying her. V. V falls unconscious and hits the ground hard as Tadano takes the spear out and looks up at the krill swarm. Tadano. The night is still quite young and it might be a while until another night like this happens again, so let us have some fun, my little ones, now then. Tadano orchestrates the krill swarm around as they dive down towards him and pick him up and drop him off on top of a building as he continues to orchestrate the swarm around the city like a music instructor. Tadano. Yes, yes, my little ones, let their flesh feed your stomachs. While Tadano orchestrates his feeding frenzy, we cut over to Izuku, who's been smacking All Might around as All Might is bruised and bleeding but not fighting back. Izuku. Why aren't you fighting back, tell me? All Might. I refused to hurt my son. Izuku. Is that so? Last time I checked you said I am no son of yours. All Might. Izuku, please, you don't have to do tea. Izuku backhands All Might in the face with his claw arm, sending him flying and hitting someone's car. Izuku. I will change this world whether they like it or not, and you cannot stop me. All Might. Izuku, listen to me, you can stop all of this right now. Call off your guys please, there's no need for. Izuku grabs All Might by the head and looks into his eyes, seeing regret and sorrow, but he doesn't care. Izuku. Is the number one hero begging? He how amusing. Say, this reminds me of something, the day you took my arm. Izuku grabbed All Might's right arm with his claw and looks into his eyes, seeing them filled with absolute horror. Izuku. Let's recreate that scene. Izuku then starts slowly squeezing as All Might screams and starts punching Izuku's claw arm, trying to loosen it up, but to no avail. Izuku. You told me I am no son of yours. All Might. Izuku, please stop, don't, please listen, I am your father. Izuku. You are no father of mine. Izuku with one good tug ripped All Might's right arm off, causing him to scream at the top of his lungs as Izuku drops him to the ground and looks down at him. Izuku. Now you see how I felt when I was left to die alone. I will show you what it feels like to be built off of pain. All Might, goodbye for now. Izuku walks away, leaving All Might there on the ground with only one arm as he heads back to base, achieving a lame victory, but a victory nonetheless. The night goes on as the whole city is in utter distress. As villains are everywhere causing chaos, Naoto got healed up and snuck out of the shelter, heading back to base. Tadano killed a decent amount of the heroes around the city. Nagant fought with Caitlyn almost the entire night. Makoto fought with Mirko the entire time and almost got arrested but held his own. Then the sun started to rise as the Waz retreated back to base, leaving with a victory under their belt, as we see Izuku and Nagant in the garage coming up with new plans. Izuku. That was but a taste of the warrior's might. They shall ingest the full dose soon, but not yet. Nagant. So we kicked the shit out of the heroes and you embarrassed All Might. Izuku. He embarrassed himself refusing to fight against me. He showed his weakness and it costed him his arm. Nagant. And that's why they say karma's a bitch, ain't it? Izuku. Agreed. Nagant. Now what's next? I might have some ideas. Izuku and Nagant looked around the garage, not seeing anyone around as they both he activates their weapons gun arm and stayed on their guards. Nagant. Who's there? Izuku. Show yourselves. Oh, relax dad, it's us. Izuku. Nagant. Dad. And then Shino fell out from the vent in the garage. Then Yuga landed on the floor. Izuku sees the two spider siblings and looks at them in confusion along with Nagant. Nagant. Who the hell are you two? Shino. I'm Shino Sosaki and this is Yuga Aoyama. Yuga. Bonjour. Hello father. Nagant. Okay, I'm confused. Izuku. I'm not. You're the spiders that were growing inside of your host, right? Shino. Ding ding ding, that's right dad. Nagant. What? Izuku. Basically Tadano made these toxic spiders and they would end up growing inside whoever they infected and come out as monsters, he said, but instead, they came out as children. Yuga. Yep. Shino. Where is Uncle Tada, by the way? I wanna see him too. Izuku. He's in his lab, but I don't think. Shino. Here we come uncle. Shino grabs Yuga's arm and rams through the garage door, heading straight for Tadano, leaving a concerned Izuku and a confused Nagant there. Izuku. I guess I have 4 kids now, probably gonna have to change those two's names. Nagant. This is so weird. Does this make me a mother of 4 or just Poka? I'm so confused right now. After last night's attack, everyone and everything is in an uproar. The people are furious. All this happened because of you. A's misjudgment, homes destroyed, family members gone, cities burned and left in ruin, all because of you. A. Not only were people afraid of what'll happen next, lots, and I mean lots of people wanted you. A shut down and everyone who beat up Izuku arrested for causing this problem, but the HPSC told the people that you. A would fix it themselves. That's why they're still functioning. The people didn't know what that really meant, but it calmed them down a little bit. We see Nezu and the A staff at a large round table. The round table is so big they're able to split into 3 groups. One side of the table there's The other side of the table is the pro heroes in general, not the ones who work at you. And then finally there's the HPSC members and the president of the HPSC, Beatrice. The round table is silent, no one has said a word because most of the people there are too scared to speak, especially Nezu. Beatrice looks over at the pro heroes as they tense up from her gaze, none daring to look her direction. She then looks over at the UA staff as they're basically statues. They were already tense when they walked in the room. Now that she's looking their way, they're all terrified. Beatrice then sighs and rubs her eyelids. Beatrice, I'm gonna say this once, raise your hand if any of you believe Izuku Yagi was a traitor. Ectoplasm, Nezu, Hound Dog slowly raised their hands as all eyes were on them. They were sweating like crazy but kept their composure, but they felt it cracking. Beatrice, who has their hands up? Random, Nezu, Hound Dog and Ectoplasm, ma'am. Beatrice, put your hands down, you three. The three quickly put their hands down and looked down at the table, not wanting to look no one in the eyes. Beatrice, now the pro heroes, which one of you believed he was a traitor? Only one put their hand up, and that was Inko, who had tears coming down her face, but she made no noise and she was sitting alone. No one on the pro heroes side wanted to sit next to her as Inko felt the hard gazes of many on her. Beatrice, I feel like I know who has their hand up, but who is it? Random, Green Tornado, ma'am. Beatrice, as expected. Inko, put your hand down. Inko put her hand down and let the tears run down her face, but still no noise. Then Beatrice stopped rubbing her eyelids and opened her eyes, seeing everyone still not wanting to look her direction as she signs again. Beatrice, she hit the desk, spooking everyone as they all looked her way, seeing her rubbing her head in exhaustion. Beatrice, just tell me, explain to me, why? Nezu, why? Beatrice, don't you play games with me, Nezu. Nezu was spooked and fell out his seat, but he got back up and jumped up and grabbed the edge of the table and lifted himself up as he saw Beatrice fuming with anger. Beatrice, explain to me why you three, though that boy was a traitor. Nezu, well, madam, you see, an anonymous email came through my phone and in fact every other staff members. Beatrice, no, the others didn't do anything. I want to hear from you, Hound Dog and Ectoplasm. Everyone else does not have to say anything. Nezu, well, I got the email and saw the video and it looked real, so I. Beatrice, wait, stop, it looked real. Nezu, why, yes ma'am. Beatrice, that's all it took for you to believe it, so you got an anonymous email from someone, it could have been anyone, and you saw the video, looked through it all and said looks believable enough to me, he's the traitor, is that it? Nezu, HIPR, pretty much. Beatrice, snaps fingers. One of the HPSC members have Beatrice a glass of water as she chugged it down in a matter of seconds, then sighed, then threw it towards Nezu, who ducked out the way. Beatrice, smartest mammal alive, my ass, you have a high IQ yet you didn't use it that day, and now because of you and the others here the son of the #1 hero is running around doing all this shit. Is this the same for you two as well? Hounding Ectoplasm. Hi. Beatrice, Nezu, go wait outside and you two just go home. Nezu, Hound Dog and Ectoplasm got up and left the room as Beatrice sighed as one of her board members massaged her back a little bit. Beatrice, thank you, I need that. Random, you're welcome, ma'am. Beatrice, now then Inko, is it the same for you? Inko, yes and no. Beatrice, do tell. Inko, why, you see, I love my son, but. Mirko, hard to tell. Ryaku, whisper shout Mirko. Mirko, hey. Beatrice, Mirko, stop it. Mirko, yes ma'am. Beatrice, keep explaining. Inko, but it's just, I didn't see him fit to be a hero. Beatrice, why do you say that? Inko, he's always in his books, he never really was outgoing unlike his siblings and I just didn't see him being much. Beatrice, so you had no faith in your son from the very beginning, is that what you're telling me?
Inko, I didn't say to Beatrice. Well, it fucking sounds like it. You didn't have any faith in Izuku, but you had faith that your other son and daughter would be able to Inko. Hi Beatrice. That's favoritism, Inko, and you know what's funny. Inko. What is Beatrice? Your son Izuku has done more heroic deeds than your daughter and other son combined. Inko. Wait, really Beatrice? Yes, in fact I got the information right here. Beatrice throws a folder onto the table as photos slide out for everyone to see. There were pictures of Izuku fighting villains, pictures of Izuku saving civilians from danger, and even some letters from civilians to Izuku. Inko looked through all this and just started crying even harder as she realized she doubted her son from the very beginning. Beatrice. Now that's what I call from zero to hero. Random. Indeed, Beatrice. Okay, someone bring Nezu back in. Random. Hi, one of the HPSC members walks over to the door and opens it, allowing Nezu to come back in as he gets back in his seat and looks at Beatrice with fear. Beatrice. Now listen, the people want you. It shut down because of you and the others, but I told them that it will handle it and you will. Nezu. Oh, of course, madam, I'll have ever hero on Beatrice. Oh no, you're not involving any other pro hero into this mess. Nezu. Huh, Beatrice. You and those brats created this mess, now you and those brats will clean it up by yourself. It will not be getting any other assistance from any source besides themselves. Nezu. But madam, that's impossible, we can't do that. Beatrice. Is that so? Well then, all in favor of helping Nezu say aye. No one said a word, shocking Nezu, not even the other staff that believed Izuku. They really did not want to help Nezu, but they knew they probably had to. Beatrice. Okay, now all in favor of letting handle this themselves say aye. Mirko. I Ryuku. I Endeavor. I Hawks. I Mount Lady. I Fatgum. I Edgeshot. I Random. I Random. I Random. I Beatrice. I. Well, it seems all have decided it will get no help from any pro heroes, any officers, any SWAT team, any detectives, nothing. Now if that's clear with everyone, I'd say this meeting is OV. Random. Madam Beatrice. Random. You forgot something. Beatrice. Which is random? Whisper, whisper, whisper. Beatrice. Oh, I did forget about them. Are they here? Random. They've been waiting on you to give them the green light. Beatrice. Okay, you a staff. Pro heroes. Looks at Beatrice. Beatrice. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. It will have 2 guest figures helping them on their little cleanup. Nezu. Oh, thank you, madam, for Beatrice. Oh, you shouldn't be thanking me, they made the choice to help. Edgeshot. Who would possibly help you? Out Beatrice. Well, I'm glad you asked, snaps fingers. And then on cue the door to the meeting room was opened as everyone saw 2 figures walking in the room. Beatrice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Roman Serizawa and Layla Serizawa. Nezu. Serizawa? Beatrice. Yep, let that name sink in a little bit. Everyone sat in silence thinking about it until Aizawa and Vlad realized. Aizawa smirked and giggled a little bit knowing who these 2 are. Beatrice. It seems Vlad and Shota figured it. Mirko. What is it? I don't get it. Ryuku. Agreed, I'm confused. Vlad. Well, these 2 are Akemi's parents. Everyone didn't understand the problem until they remembered the footage of Inko slapping Akemi across the face. That's when they realized who they truly were. Nezu. Your daughter's last name is Serizawa, right? Roman. That is correct, Inko. These are Akemi's parents. Oh god, what have I done? Beatrice. Yes, these 2 volunteered to help you. These 2 will be the only assistance you get, that's it, nothing else. Nezu. I see, well, it's good to have Layla. Hush your mouth, you albino rat. Pro heroes. Layla. Now I must ask, which one of you ladies is named Inko Yagi? Inko. Oh no, midnight. Not me, my name is Namori Mirko. My name is Rumi. Ryuku. I'm Ryuko Tatsuma Mount Lady. My name is Yu Takayama. Layla. I see. So that only leaves her Inko. Inko, please someone help me. Layla. You green-haired woman, what is your name? Inko. Looks around for help. Pro heroes. You. A staff. Don't look over, I ain't getting involved. Layla. Hello Earth to green-haired lady, what is name? Inko. My name is. Inko Yag. Inko didn't get to finish her sentence as Layla grabbed Inko by her hair and threw her out of the meeting room, shocking everyone except Beatrice. Beatrice. I saw this coming. Layla dear, don't hurt her too badly, okay? Layla. I'll try not to. Layla walked towards Inko, who was crawling away from her in fear. Layla. So you like putting your hands on other people's children, huh? Well, let me show you how we punish people like you in Russia. Inko. Please wait, I'm Layla, then proceeded to beat the shit out of Inko for 3 minutes straight. Everyone just heard the sound of bones breaking and Inko saying sorry and begging Layla to stop, but she didn't. After a few more seconds of that, Layla throws Inko back into the meeting room for all to see how fucked up she looks. Pro heroes. You. A staff. Jesus, Layla. I feel better now. Beatrice. Good to hear, Wheel. If that's all, then this meeting is over. Beatrice was the first to leave along with her team. After they leave, everyone else leaves. While everyone heads back to their place, we cut over to the WAS as we see Izuku in the living room with Shino, Yuga and Poka all watching TV. Izuku. So how are you liking it here, Shino? It's alright, but I feel like we need our own rooms. Yuga. We, Izuku. I see. I'll figure out what to do with that. Poka. Dad, are you alright, Izuku? Not really, Poka. Why not? Izuku. Because yesterday I was in a fight with someone from the past and I was expecting more, but they did little to nothing. Poka. I'm confused, Izuku. You know the feeling you get when you work really hard on something only for it to come out disappointing. Poka. Oh yeah, I don't like that feeling, Shino. Me neither. Yuga. Moi aussi. Me too. Izuku. I won the fight, but at the same time I felt robbed of my victory. Poka. Oh well, I'm sure when you try again it'll be more fun. Izuku. I hope so. And then Makoto comes into the room with a whole box of cereal. Izuku. What is it, Makoto? Sue, is there anything on today's agenda or no? Izuku. No, we'll be laying low for a while, Makoto. Sigh, alright. Izuku. You sounds disappointed, Makoto. No, I was just thinking of who I was gonna put in the dirt next. Izuku. Do not get overconfident in yourself, Makoto. That will lead to your downfall in a fight or any other situation you're in. Makoto. I'll remember that, Izuku. So is that all, Makoto? Yep, I'll just be on my way then.
Makoto walks out the room upset because he wants to fight some more, but he'll have to endure the waiting game. Makoto. Grown, I hate waiting. I wanna fight that rabbit chick again, but oh well, guess I'll go hit the training room. Before Makoto could go to the training area, he caught an unfamiliar scent. He put the feral box down and immediately turned to Warwick to track down the scent. Warwick. It's coming from outside. Warwick climbed out one of the windows and lands on the ground and sniffed the ground and the air to try and pinpoint the smell until he catches it on the roof. He climbs up the roof of the building and looks around until he sees two female figures on the roof. He quickly and quietly creeped up on them to hear what they're talking about. Any sign of the Dreadnaught? No, my scanners do not indicate any source of technological machinery inside. Do you believe the Dreadnaught is created not from wires and machinery but from iron and pure manpower? Who knows, and the possibilities of that happening would be very, very low. How low? You and I both know. Question mark. 0.0000012% chance. Yes, that is correct. Warwick. Okay, this is weird. I should inform the others about th. But then Warwick's ear perked up as he quickly dodged a slash from one of the figures and jumped back to see he's been spotted. Warwick. Shit. Well, seems we've been spotted. Should we retreat? There's no need, I'll handle the puppy, you find the. Warwick blitzed the figure and punched her in the face, sending her flying off the roof. The other figure was about to fire a shot at Warwick, but he grabbed her gun and crushed it in his hands as she looked at Warwick, only to get hit right in the face, sending her flying as well. Then Warwick jumped off the roof and was speeding down towards the other girl, about to dive bomb her, but she dodged just in time as Warwick crashed into the sands but immediately got back up. Warwick. Who you calling a puppy? You. Sister Alina, what should we do? I'm sensing heat signatures coming our way. Alina. Deal with them, Sister Adeline. Adeline. Hi. Alina. Do you perhaps know where a Dreadnaught is, puppy dog? Warwick. Stop calling me a fucking puppy. Warwick rushed Alina as she did the same. Alina swung her scythe at Warwick, but he grabbed it with his metallic claw and threw her into the wall, creating a crater. He goes to punch her, but she dodged out the way and kicks Warwick in the face, but that didn't do much but piss him off. As the two were clashing with one another, Adeline aimed her rifle at the door, waiting for whoever to open the door, but before anyone could open the door, a bullet speeds out through the door towards Adeline, who dodges with no effort as she looks forward to see Nagant and a lot of WAS members. Adeline. Impressive you noticed me before opening the door. Nagant. We'll call it luck, yeah. Adeline. Are you perhaps a unknown Naito as well? Nagant. A what? Adeline. Guess not then. Adeline aimed her rifle at Nagant and fired a shot, but it missed and hit some random soldier behind her as Nagant runs out of the building and starts shooting at Adeline, who does the same. The two get into a melee gunfight, running up to one another and trying to blow the other's head off. Their reflexes are on par, but Adeline's reflexes are more better than Nagant's. Adeline. Are you sure you're not a Naito we haven't encountered yet? Nagant. What makes you think I'm a whatever the fuck you call it? Adeline. You're just like me except taller. Your elbow is a sniper rifle. You're fast and agile with incredible reflexes, and I'm assuming you have heat-seeking rounds. Nagant. What? Adeline. Observe. Adeline shoots in the air, confusing Nagant until the bullet comes back down and hits 3 guys through their brains, killing them, shocking the others and Nagant. Nagant. Hey, that's pretty neat. Adeline. Thank you. Now then, do you know where we could find a Dreadnaught? Nagant. A Dreadnaught or the Dreadnaught? Adeline. Explain. Nagant. Are you looking for a machine or our boss, even though he's a mixture of both? Adeline. Sister. Alina. I heard. I too am confused. Adeline. Could we perhaps see the Dreadnaught? Nagant. First state your business with our boss. Alina. Orders from our father. Adeline. He got word of a Dreadnaught causing chaos in Japan. Alina. And told us to go and find it. Nagant. I see. Stay out here for a bit, okay? Alina. Adeline. Okay. Nagant. Okay. Whisper. Watch them. Keep an eye on them at all cost. Was member. Whisper. H. Hi. Nagant walked inside to find Izuku, while Warwick and the warriors keep an eye on the 2 girls as Nagant finds Izuku in the living watching TV with the little ones. Nagant. Hey boss, we got visitors. Izuku. Who? Nagant. These 2 cyber girls want to see you. They said orders from their father. Izuku. Interesting. I'll be out in a minute. Nagant. Hi. Walks off. Izuku. I'll be back. You 3. Poka, Shino, Yuga. Hi. The 3 get off of Izuku so he can move and follow Nagant outside. Once he gets outside, he see the 2 cyber girls as they're surprised to see him. Adeline. Sister, do you see this? Alina. I do. It's incredible. Izuku. 2 cybernetically enhanced girls. This day just got interesting. Who might you 2 be? Adeline. I am Naito Black, also known as Adeline. Alina. I am Naito White, also known as Alina. Izuku. Interesting. Who sent you? Adeline. Our father. Izuku. Your father? Alina. Yes, he heard of your accomplishments and wanted to meet you in person. Izuku. I see. When shall I meet him? Adeline. Right now. Nagant. What? Adeline. Don't worry about walking, we can teleport to his location right now. Izuku. I see. Warwick. I'm guessing that's how you got here. You 2 teleported here. Adeline. Alina. Indeed. Izuku. I see. Nagant. Wait, hold on. Does your father only want to talk with our boss, or can we come? Adeline. Alina. Did father say we could bring more than 1 guest? Alina. You know what, I think he did say we could. Adeline. Well, I guess you can come as well. Alina. But only 2 of you can come. Izuku. Okay. Nagant. Go get Tadano. Nagant. All right. Walks off. Izuku. The rest of you hold down the fort while I'm gone. Was. Hi. Warwick. You got it, boss man. Nagant comes back with Tadano, and once the 3 were ready, Alina threw down a teleporter as a portal opened up. Adeline. Right this way. The group walked through the portal, leaving the WAS base as they ended up in a whole new location. Nagant. Feels herself okay. My organs are still in place. Izuku. Where are we? Alina. Welcome to the land of Remnant. Tadano. We're in Remnant. Alina. Yes, this is where our father lives and does his work. Tadano. I see. Alina. I believe it to be wise. Nagant. What makes you say that? Alina. You see, Remnant doesn't believe in the ideology of heroes and the safety commission like the other countries do, so they have hunters and huntresses and all that other stuff. Nagant. Okay, but what are you getting at? Alina. Out here the crime rate is a lot higher than most countries because since there are no heroes and only hunters, criminals have almost no fear. The only problem is if you're deemed dangerous enough you'll be put on the dead or alive list. Izuku. Is your father on that list? Adeline. Yes, his story is quite the tragic one as well. Izuku. I see. Alina. Enough chatter, come this way please. The two girls walk forward while the three follow behind them. They walk through the forest of Remnant for a while until they get out to see a city full of neon lights. Nagant. What is this place? Adeline. Welcome to Nexus Prime, the city of cybernetics and opportunities. Tadano. Your father lives here. Adeline. Hi. Alina. Come on, let's go this way. The two girls run down to the city while the three follow after them. Not wanting to be left behind, they get down to the city and begin their journey through the city as the three look around in interest, seeing so many things and all the bright shining lights. After walking for 40 minutes they walked into an alleyway and stopped at a large set of stairs. Adeline. Down these stairs is our father's place of work. Izuku. I see. Nagant. Is it anything like up here? Alina. Adeline. No. Nagant. Then I don't wanna go down there. Izuku. Come now Nagant, you can deal with it. Tadano. Indeed, I'm sure you'll overcome whatever obstacles are down there. Nagant. Fine, whatever, let's go. The group walked down the stairs for what seemed like hours until they made it to see an entirely different setting unlike the one above them, surprising them. Alina. Welcome to the Undercity of Nexus Prime. Adeline. Welcome to the Undercity we call Neon Lights. Nagant. Holy hell, this place is bigger than the city above us. Tadano. This is quite an impressive feat. Adeline. Yep. Alina. Now let's go to the Ripper District. Nagant. The fucking what? Alina. The Ripper District. Izuku. I'm gonna take a guess and say that's where most murders happen. Adeline. Well yes, but actually no. Alina. You'll see why it's called that once we get there. Izuku. Lead the way. The two Naito girls walked towards the Ripper District while the residents were eyeing Izuku, some in shock and some in interest. Izuku noticed the people giving him looks, so he was prepared for anything if someone acted out. After 20 minutes of walking they made it to the Ripper District. Nagant. Okay, we're here now, where's your guy's pops at? Alina. One of our colleagues should be around here some. Oh, I thing 1 and thing 2. The group look up to see a figure sitting on top of a neon sign as the figure jumps and front flips in the air, then lands right in front of the group. What's going on here, you two? Who's this big boy right here? Izuku. Are you referring to me? I mean, who else is walking around here with half their body missing? Izuku. You'll be in a second if you don't shut the hell up. Oi oi oi, was that a THR? Izuku grabbed the figure with his claw and lifted them up in the air, inspecting the figure. Izuku. You are no man, you are more machine and wires than you are man. Yeah, and what's your point? Izuku. That means you can be pulled apart and put back together. Izuku started slowly squeezing the figure as they struggled to break free. As the figure felt Izuku's claw started to slice its way into their body. Hey, you gonna let me go, right? Come on man, don't cut me in half, I just got these new upgrades a few days ago. Izuku. Watch who you're speaking to next time. Izuku drops the figure to the ground as they get back up and dust themselves off. Adeline. Am I dreaming, sister? Alina. You're not, I saw it too. Adeline. The great Roland bitched by a newcomer. Roland. Shut it, thing 1 and thing 2. Alina. Whatever. Roland. The hell are these guys doing here anyway? Adeline. Our father wishes to meet. Roland. Oh, well, what the hell are you waiting for? Get to it. Alina. Of course, let us continue forward. The group plus Roland walked further and further into the district until they stop in front of a large warehouse that's the size of a mansion. Tadano. Wow, that's a big-ass warehouse. Roland. Wait till you see the inside, you'll love it. Nagant. It can't be that go, oh my goodness. The warehouse garage door opens, revealing the inside, shocking the three. The inside looked like it was from the future. All the equipment was fancy and brand new and high-tech. Tadano felt like he was living in a dream. Izuku was impressed by all this stuff and Nagant was just looking at everything with awe. Nagant. Wow, just wow. Tadano. This is unexpected. Izuku. Indeed. Alina. Father. Adeline. We have arrived. Roland. I am here too. Gimme a minute. The group hear things moving around and falling upstairs until they hear the footsteps of someone. Did you bring our guest here? Adeline. Hi. Good. The figure fully walks down the stairs, revealing themselves to the group. Welcome to my workplace. I hope you don't mind the machines all over the place. Izuku. So I take it you're an engineer. Yes, allow me to introduce myself. I am J. Victor, the Herald of the Machines. Izuku. The Herald of Machines, quite an interesting title. Tadano. Indeed. Nagant. So what's your ordeal? You just make robots. Victor. Yes, but not just robots. Snaps fingers. Multiple footsteps can be heard around the place as a bunch of robo-exoskeletons begin appearing out the shadows and jumping off the upper floor and landing surrounding the group. Victor. War bots. Tadano. Then what about those three? Victor. Adeline and Alina are androids. They are far more advanced and superior than their lesser counterparts, and as for Roland, here is a cyborg infused with an exosuit I created. Tadano. So he used to be more flesh than machine. Victor. Yes. Nagant. Okay, now that the formalities are out of the way, why did you want to talk with our boss? Victor. Because I have heard of the accomplishment he did and I'm impressed, killing off Japan's #1 villain then causing chaos right afterwards. Quite the feat if you ask me. Izuku. That was only a taste of my fury. I don't want them to choke on the full dose, just yet. Victor. He indeed. What is your name, by the way? Izuku. Most call me Ergot and that's it. Victor. But that's not your real name, is it? Izuku. No. Victor. Would you tell me? Izuku. How can I trust you to not run your mouth? Victor. You can't. Well, not yet, at least that's why I've come prepared. The reason I called for you is because I want us to work as business partners. Izuku. Explain. Victor. I've heard of your chemtech from a client of mine and it caught my attention. A chemical that can increase the strength of others, and not only that but can be used with weapons and machines as well. Imagine the possibilities. Izuku. What's in it for me and you? Victor. You get a militia of war bots and I get to experiment with your chemtech. Plain and simple. If one of us is in need of help, the other will supply aid. Do those terms suit you, Ergot? Izuku thought about it for a while as everyone waited to see what his answer was. After a few minutes of thinking, he looks at Victor and puts his hand out. Izuku. We have a deal. Victor. A wise choice. The two shake hands as Tadano and Nagant sigh in relief as everything went off smoothly this time. Victor. And with that, we are now business partners. I scratch your back and you scratch mine. Izuku. I know how this works. If that's all, I'll be on my way. Victor. Of course, Alina. Alina. I already know. Alina throws down a teleporter as a rift opens up. The three walk through the portal, and once they fully walk through, the portal closes, leaving John and the others there. Adeline. That went nicely. Alina. Indeed it did. Roland. Dad, are you sure this is okay to do? Behind you know who's back? Victor. Of course she will respect the decisions I make unless she wants to keep having war bots in her little army. Alina. Father, that boy, he's just like you. Victor. You're right, Alina, we're both out for vengeance. Back with Izuku, we see him and Nagant and Tadano in the lab as Tadano's on his computer. Izuku. I could see it in his eyes. Nagant. Really? Izuku. Yes, it seemed he went through the same thing I did. He has endured a betrayal of some kind. Tadano. And to top it all off, we know who he truly is. Tadano moves out the way as Izuku and Nagant look at the computer screen. Nagant is shocked by this while Izuku smirks underneath his mask. Nagant. No fucking way. Tadano. Shocking, I know. Izuku. So the rumors I heard in prison were true. Nagant. But how? Izuku. If you read this part here, it says the only remains that the police found of him were both his arms, his right eye and his left leg. If you looked closely at Victor, you could see he replaced both his arms, his right eye and his left leg. Nagant. So you're telling me? Izuku. That's right, J. Victor is actually the proclaimed dead John Arc. Tadano. The first and only son of the Arc family. Nagant. But how did he become this murder machine engineer? Alina. But how did he become such a cybernetic monster? Izuku. Like I said before, Nagant. Victor. Like I said before, my dear daughter. The two clench their fist in anger, remembering their separate past and how the people they once loved and called family could betray them and bring them to the brink of death, and how they lost parts of their body because someone took it further than the rest. Izuku, Victor. Betrayal can change a man in many different ways. We see John in his workshop working on his next project to get back at Beacon for what they did to him. You see John runs a business just like Izuku, but he sells his creations, which are his multitude of warbots, to whoever the highest bidder is, or to the White Fang, because like him they have it out for Beacon, but unlike him he doesn't have a vendetta against all of humanity like they do, so that's kinda bad for business. His warbots are better than any Atlas hunk of scrap they call robots. John is known as the Machine Herald of Remnant because his creations range from all across the world of Remnant, but his true identity is still unknown to everyone except Izuku and his other accomplice. We see John working on some wires and other robotic parts of his creation until he starts twitching, remembering his past. John groans, "Stop it. Nora. You're no fearless leader, you're a fraud." John. "Stop it, Ren. I thought you were a warrior, turns out you're just a coward." John. "Go away, Pyrrha. You're weak." John. "Give it up." John. "Stop it, Weiss. You don't belong here, you pathetic excuse of a man." John. "Shut up, Ruby. I can't believe this, John. How could you?" John. Ruby, how could you?" John. Grips right arm. "Enough. Blake. Burn in hell, you worthless bastard." John. "I said stop, that's enough. Young. You won't be missed by no one, Blondie." John. "That's enough." John punched the wall in anger, putting a well-sized crater into the wall as he began breathing heavily as he sat back down and continued his work, that was until his daughter Adeline walks over to him. Adeline. "Father, the messenger is here." John. "I see, I'll be down in a second." Adeline. "Hi." Adeline walks off as John gets into his iron suit and walks after Adeline to the lobby of his workshop, where he sees 3 figures. "Took you long enough." John. "Watch your tone. Or wah." Adeline put her rifle to the figure's head as the other 2 see this and are about to do something until Alina put her scythe to one's throat while she gripped the other's neck and began choking the figure. The first figure looked at John with anger as he stared at the figure unamused. John. "You're in my house, Cinder, so it's best you show some respect." Cinder. "You don't deserve my respect." John. "You're right, it'd probably be just like you, a stuck-up selfish bitch." He ain't wrong. PFFFFFF he shut up. Cinder. "Is something funny, you two?" Question mark. "No ma'am." Cinder. "That's what I thought." Whisper. "What a bitch." Cinder. "Did you say something, Mercury?" Mercury. "I said my balls itch." PFFFFT ha, what the fuck?" Cinder. "Hush it, Emerald, it's not that funny." Emerald. "Sigh, it wasn't, but it was so unexpected." John. "Are you 3 here for a reason or no?" Cinder. "Of course we are, our master Salem requires dark minerals." John. "Okay, and Emerald. We were wondering if you had someone kind of drilling machine." John. "That depends, how deep into the earth are you trying to go?" Mercury. "Deep enough to find dark minerals." John. "Okay, then follow me." John walks off as the 3 follow behind him. He then walks through a teleporter as they do the same, and once they make it through the other side they see they're in some abandoned place. Cinder. "What is this place?" John. "This place is Mountain Glen." Emerald. "Mountain Glen." John. "Yes, this used to be a major mining city, but now it's just a grim-infested city." Cinder. "Okay, but where are the dark minerals?" John. "Where all minerals grow underground, now come on." John walks around the city as the 3 follow right behind him, looking at the place, seeing the ruin and rubble everywhere and some grim spawning pools in some areas surrounded by grim. Mercury and Emerald were a bit creeped out, but Cinder and John were unfazed by it as most of the grim moved out of John's way, not wanting to disturb whatever he's up to. Mercury. "It's weird how all the grim stay away from you or just move out your way." Emerald. "Why is that?" John. "Cinder should know that it's something I'm a part of and she's not invited yet." Cinder. "TCH Salem's chosen." John. "Correct, I am one of Salem's chosen." Emerald. "Is this one of the ups of being chosen?" John. "Yes, Grim will not attack you, they'll move out your path and stay away from you. You can even command them if you want."
Emerald. "That's cool, Cinder. It's more than cool, it's like a boost in power. John. For you it is, for me it's just grim repellent. Cinder. That's because you don't use the full extent of her powers. John. I have no reason to use the full extent of being her chosen. Mercury. Are we there yet, John? Almost. The four walk down a set of stairs leading down into the underground. As they venture deeper and deeper into the dark caverns, John uses his suit to light the way for them. After a few minutes they make it to the old mining site of Mountain Glen. John. We're here, Emerald. Geez, it's dark down here. John. Don't worry, there'll be light soon, Cinder. And what makes you say duh? Then a bunch of light posts start turning on, sensing John's presence, as the three see a large mining outpost with worker bots and guard bots patrolling the surrounding area. Mercury. Whoa. Did you do this, John? Yes, I've used the mine caverns underneath the place as a second base of operations and to construct some of my more larger projects. Emerald. Okay, and what about those guys, John? Those are worker bots, they mine the minerals, and those are T-600s. Mercury. T-600s, Emerald. Those aren't people, are they? John. No, they use rubber skin to try and disguise themselves, but it's really easy to see through, so I sent them here to guard the mines instead. Cinder. Okay, enough chit-chat, where are the dark minerals? John. Patience, Cinder, you'll get your dark minerals, follow me. John walks down towards the outpost as the three follow behind him. Once they get there, a mining Donnie hovers over toward John as he puts his hand out as the drone drops a shard of dark crystals into his hand. John. Dark minerals, Emerald. Just what we were looking for. Cinder. You and I both know that's not enough, John. Of course I know that this is just a small sample, the rest is yet to be foo. Boom, the ground shook, causing everyone to steady their balance and not fall, and once the shaking stopped, John and the others walked over towards where the impact came from and saw the miner drones found loads of dark minerals in the wall. Cinder. Jackpot, John. Will this suffice, Cinder? Lord Salem, will he pleased? John. Glad to know now. Then snaps fingers the miner drone, beginning drilling out the dark crystals out of the wall and start collecting them as John and the others leave and head back to the mining outpost. Once they get back, John's wristwatch goes off. John. I gotta take this, Cinder. Who's calling you? John. A friend of mine. John walks away from the three as Cinder sends a glare at John, not trusting him in the slightest. Once he gets far away from them, Cinder looks over at Emerald. Cinder. Go see who's he talking to, Emerald. Really, Cinder? Cinder. What? Emerald. You want me to spy on him, Cinder? He's up to something, I don't trust him. Emerald. To be fair, do you trust any man, any? Mercury. Hey, I'm right here, you know, Cinder. Just go see what he's up to. Emerald. Sigh, fine, I'll go. Geez. Emerald walks after John quickly and quietly so she doesn't catch his attention as she follows him all the way to another part of the mine caverns. Emerald. Okay, either he's legit hiding something or he just likes his privacy, but I can't be mad at him. Cinder is one nosy girl. John. Hey William, how's it going? Great, how's the pizza job going? That's good to hear. Emerald. Okay, this is stupid, I'm going back. Emerald snuck back to Cinder and Mercury as John's mood switched the second she left. John. Sorry about that, I was being followed. Now then, what is it you need, or go? Izuku. I want result, John. Explain, Izuku. I want to see the result when Chemtech is fused with your warbots. I wonder how much devastation will it cause. John. I see, quite interesting, I'll do it, Izuku. Excellent, my supplier will be there. John. Wait, not right now, I have some other accomplices to deal with at the moment. Give me about 10 minutes with these three and I'll call you when I'm ready. Izuku. I'll be waiting, not like I have a lot to do at the moment. John. Great, I'll call you back later. John hangs up the phone and walks back to the three, seeing them standing there waiting. Cinder. Took you long enough, John. I was only gone for a few seconds. Cinder. Don't care how long will this take, John. 5 more minutes. Cinder. Grown, I'll be up on the surface. Cinder heads back up to the surface while using the flames on her fingers to find her way back up, leaving John and the other two down there. Emerald. Sighed this bitch. Mercury. I know, right, Emerald. Sorry about her, Victor. John. It's fine, if anything I'm more sorry for you too, since you're in her squad you have to deal with her constant bullshit. Mercury. Yeah, and believe me, it's rough, John. I see. After waiting for 5 minutes, the mining drones hover over towards the three with a large basket full of dark minerals. John. And just in time too, Mercury. Now we can get out of here. Emerald. Yeah, this underground place is kinda scary. John. I assure you there's nothing to worry about down here except the occasional ghost sighting from time to time. Mercury. See, Emerald, there's nothing wrong down here. Wait, what? John. Don't worry about it, let's get back to the surface. Yeah. Mercury takes the basket of dark crystals and the three head on up the stairs to the surface. After a few minutes of walking and talking, they can see a faint light indicating they're halfway up the stairs, but then the ground starts to rumble all of a sudden. Emerald. What was that, John? Something's going on up above. The three pick up the pace, and once they fully make it up towards the surface, they see 3 Atlas bullheads had landed on the ground, shocking Mercury and Emerald but irritating John. John. How did they find this place, Emerald? The hell, what's Atlas doing here? Mercury. And where's Cinder, John? I don't know, but I want them gone. John fired a laser blast from his hands, hitting one of the bullheads, making it explode, catching the attention of the Atlas soldiers as they come running back only to see one of the bullheads destroyed. Emerald. That's a lot of soldiers, John, and soon a lot of corpses. John presses a button on his gauntlet as all the T-600s go into their kill modes and come rushing out from the mine shafts or come clawing out from underground, surrounding the Atlas soldiers in a matter of seconds. John. Terminate Atlas. John said the trigger word and the T-600s wasted no time. They began shooting at every Atlas soldier in their sights. The sound of gunfire and screams can be heard, shocking Emerald and Mercury, but John has a smirk on his face under his helmet. John. Poor bastards, never stood a chance. Mercury. Why, yeah. Emerald. Wait, but what about Cinder, John? She'll be fine as long as she doesn't have on an Atlas uniform. She'll be okay. Emerald. Okay. After a few seconds, the T-600 killed all of the Atlas soldiers as John deactivated their kill modes and put them back on guard mode as they went back underground like nothing happened. John. Well, not that that's taken care of. Let's see what they were doing here. John walked over and found a dead Atlas soldier on the ground and inspected the soldier but found nothing and walked off as the Grim ran over towards the dead soldier and began feasting. John searched each dead Atlas soldier until he found one with an hologram recording on his chest. John took it and played the recording. Ironwood. This is General Ironwood here to tell you of your mission, soldier. Your mission is to find and locate an abandoned mineshaft in the abandoned city of Mount Glen. Find and try to bring back items of interest. That is all. May luck be on your side. John crushes the hologram recording and walks over towards one of the bullheads and rips the side door open and walks inside looking for something. John. He thinks he's slick. Huh, I'll show him. John hacks the bullhead, setting the coordinates back to base. He then gets out as the bullhead activates and flies up and flies away, heading back to base. John then goes over towards the other one and does the exact same thing as the bullhead activates and flies away. John. He should get the message this time. Cinder. What was that for? John. It was to send a message to an old friend. Cinder. Whatever, we got what we came for, let's go. John. Of course. John throws down a teleporter as a portal appears. He then walks through it, same with Cinder and Mercury and Emerald as they end up back in John's workshop. Cinder. Pleasure doing business with you, John. The pleasure's all mine. Cinder. Here's a token of my appreciation. Cinder gives John a very small block of a dark crystal and smirks and walks away along with Emerald and Mercury. Cinder. Have fun. Once the three left, John looked at the small chunk of dark crystal and had an idea as he walked upstairs to his workshop and called in one of his agents. John. Come in, agent. I repeat, come in. Meanwhile, somewhere else in Remnant, we see a man in his upstairs bedroom being strangled from behind by a fiber wire by what seems to be a lady in a maid outfit until her walkie-talkie goes off as she snaps the man's neck and lets him drop to the floor dead and picks up the walkie-talkie. This is Alice speaking. John. Hello, Alice. I hope I'm not interrupting your mission.
Alice. You called just in time. I just killed my target. John. Very good, Alice. Thank you. Master praised me again. I like it. John. Now return back to base. I have something for you. Alice. Really, I'll be on my way. Alice gets off the walkie-talkie and jumps around, excited for whatever John has in store for her. Alice. I'm gonna be rewarded by Master. I wonder what it will be. Movie night, a date, or perhaps he'll take me in bed. Alice. The possibilities are endless. I must return immediately. Alice slams her teleporter to the ground, and once the portal appears she blitzes through it only to run right into Roland, sending them both to the ground. Roland. Hey sup sweet she. Alice. Tase. Alice taser Roland, causing him to spaz out as she picked him up and sent a strong shock into his chest, sending him flying into the wall. Alice. Where is Master Victor? John. Right here. Alice. Master, I have arrived, smiling face. Roland, Alina, Adeline. The switch up is crazy. Alice. What is it you have for me? John. This. John showed Alice the small chunk of dark crystal, confusing her. John. Let me see your weapon module for a minute. Alice. Hi. Aline lifted up her skirt, showing 4 large gun barrels as John pops open the gun's ammo panel and crushes the dark crystal and sprinkling it into the 4 gun panels. After that he closed the panels as Alice's 4 gun barrels begin to glow purple. John. Voila, magic. Alice. Master, what did you do? John. Basically upgraded your guns. Now if you shot someone and they survived, then the bullets will further their blood loss, basically killing them before they can get too far. Alice. Thank you, Master. John. You're welcome. You can truly show your gratitude to me by destroying an Atlas compound near the city. Alice. It would be my pleasure. John sent her the coordinates as Alice got them and walked off and headed towards the Atlas base to test out her new upgrades. Once she left, John took out his phone and called Izuku back. Izuku. Hello Victor. John. Hello Ergot, do you still have that supply of checks ready? Izuku. Yes, it's ready to go. John. Okay, and there's no need to send one of your soldiers, I'll get it myself. Izuku. Alright then. Izuku hangs up the phone as John pulls out a teleporter and throws it to the ground as a portal opens up. John. Come with me, Roland. Roland. Alright. John and Roland walk through the portal and appear on the beach where Ergot's base is as they see Tadano on the beach. Tadano. Oh, it's you, Victor. John. Hello there, did I ever get your name? Tadano. It's Tadano. John. I see, well then Tadano, do you know where Ergot is? Roland. And why are you on the beach alone? Tadano. Ergot is inside, and to answer your other question, I'm not alone. Whistle. Tadano lets out a loud whistle as something shoots out of the water and crash lands onto the beach as he puts on a gas mask and gloves. Tadano. Clicks his tongue. An orange shark with green glowing spots on it and 2 large arms on the side and 2 hind legs runs out the smoke towards Tadano as he puts his hand out in front of the shark, making it go to a halt, shocking both Roland and John. Tadano. Gentleman, I'd like you to meet Ace the atomic shark. John. Oh wow, quite the surprise, right Roland? Roland. Why yeah, he can make mutant sharks. Tadano. Yes, he was found near the beach. I healed him back to his former health and added some improvements to him, isn't that right, Ace? Ace flips over on his backside as Tadano starts to gives him belly rubs, causing Ace to act like a puppy dog. John. This is quite extraordinary. Roland. This is so goddamn weird, face with spiral eyes. Then the doors to the base open as Izuku and Nagant and one other figure walk outside with a large crate to see John and Roland. John. Just the man I was here for. Izuku. Here, this is the sample of Chemtech you'll be receiving. John. Splendid. Roland opened the crate. Huh, why are you opening it? John. To see what I'm working with is all. How about you just take his word and go? Roland. Are we being scammed right now? John. Roland, don't. Roland. Nah, plant girl over here making it sound like we getting scammed. Don't get fucked up now. I may look like a plant, but I'm way more than just a plant. I'll kill you. Roland. Yeah, and I'll burn you. Let's see who's FA. John. Roland, cut it out. Nagant. Toga, calm down. Toga. Sorry senpai, it's just Robo Boy here. Nagant. We'll talk about it later. John. Sorry about that. Izuku. No, mine started it first, it's all good. John. Okay. Roland popped open the crate and saw 10 barrels of green liquid and nods his head. Roland. This'll work, and sorry about that. Izuku. It's alright. John. Well, if that's all, then we'll be going. Roland picks up the crate while John throws down a teleporter as a portal opens up. The two walk through it, leaving the warriors there. Toga. So what now? Izuku. Toga, go and scout you. See what they're up to, and while you're at it, see what those backstabbers are up to. Toga. Hi Izu-kun. Toga begins changing forms as she goes from an alarum to a spiked ivy. Toga. I'll be back. Toga runs off and sinks into the ground and starts burrowing her way towards you. Izuku. Tadano, can you see what the Safety Commission is planning? Tadano. I'll try and see what I can find. Izuku. Good. While Izuku begins planning out his next moves, we cut back to John and Roland, who puts the crate down near some robot exoskeletons. Roland. Need any help, Pops? John. No Roland, I'm good. Roland. Alright, see ya. Roland walks off as John looks at the green liquid known as Chemtech. John. So he wants results, I'll give him results. John walks over towards a door and opens it and turns on the lights, seeing lots of robot parts and exoskeletons, so on and so forth. He looks around until he finds the right one. John. That one will do. John walks over and grabs the exoskeleton and brings it over onto a table and starts building it to its full state. Once the exoskeleton is restored to its full state, he grabs a vial and dips it into one of the barrels of Chemtech and looks at the robot. John. Here goes nothing. John adds the Chemtech into the robot's system and shocks it to life, only for the bot to explode. John. Gah. Alina, Adeline. Father, are you alright? John. I'm fine, you too, just a little explosion. Alina. Be careful, Father. Adeline. Yeah, we don't want you getting hurt. John. Hey, thanks, you too, I'll be okay. Alina, Adeline. Okay. As the two girls left, John looked back at the robot pieces all over his workshop and sighs. John. This might take a while. While John tries to make something with the Chemtech, we cut over to Alice, who's having the time of her life surrounded by fire and dead Atlas soldiers. Atlas soldier. Fall back, we're losing too many men. Atlas soldier. Run. Atlas soldier. No, someone stop that GI. Bang. The Atlas soldier gets their head blown clean off as the others run off into the forest, leaving the burning compound there and the giggling Alice. Alice. He master never ceases to amaze me, Hetzen, hound. 3 robot hunting dogs run out of the flames around the compound and stabs next to Alice and wait for her orders. Alice. Suchen und zerstören, seek and destroy. The 3 dogs run off into the forest after the Atlas soldiers as Alice was about to accompany them until her phone went off. Alice. Hello, this is Agent speaking. Okay. Alice throws down a teleporter and walks through the portal, ending up back in the workshop only to see robot parts everywhere. Alice. What happened here? Alina. Father keeps trying to fuse the chem stuff with the robots. Adeline. But every time he does, the robot will just explode. Alina. Causing Father to get irritated and angry. Roland. And we know how he is when he's angry. Boom. A robotic arm flies out of John's workspace and hits Roland in the face, knocking him down as Alice looks over worried. John. Damn it. Alice. I'll go talk to him. Roland. Please do, before more robot body parts start piling up in the living room. Alice walks over towards John's workspace and peeks her head in to see him trying again. John. Come on, this one should do the trick. John tries again and pulls the switch, only for the robot to explode all over the place again as Alice ducks a robot leg coming her way. Alice. Master, I think you should take a break. John. Not now, Alice, I'm almost there to perfecting this. Alice. Master, there are robot parts all over the place, please just. John. No, Alice. But, John. No, Alice. Master, please. John. No. John kicks the crate full of Chemtech as some of the liquid spills out and drips onto a rat that was sniffing around as the rat screeches in oak, catching the two's attention. Watching as the rat twisted and turned, its spine ripping out of its body, its claw getting sharper, it growing to the size of a house cat, shocking Alice but surprising and interesting John, as the small weakling rat was now a large mutated rat. It looked at Alice and screeched at her, only to get its entire upper body blown off as it dropped dead. Alice. Disgusting creature. John. Hehehehe, I see. Alice. See what, Master? John. I see, I've been doing it all wrong. The ingredient is not technology, the ingredient is life, and life is all around us. Alice. Now that you know, what are you going to do now? John. Go and visit a certain someone tomorrow. For now, let's clean all this up. Alice. Agreed. While John and Alice start to clean up the robot limbs, we cut over to Atlas HQ where we see the general himself, James Ironwood, in his office looking over some things until the office door opens as he looks up to see who it is. Ironwood. What is it, Winter? Winter. General Ironwood, the bulkheads you sent out to Mount Glen are back. Ironwood. Excellent. Winter. But only 2 came back. Ironwood. Sigh, I see, let's see what they brought back. Winter. Agreed. Ironwood gets up out his seat as the 2 walk out the office and head to the helipad where the bullheads are. Once they get there, they see 2 bullheads surrounded by other pilots. Ironwood. What's going on? Pilot. Sir, there's no one inside. Winter. What? Pilot? Neither bullhead have a pilot in them, they got here on their own somehow. Ironwood. Move it, let me see. The pilots move out of the way as Ironwood and Winter walk over towards the 2 bullheads and see no one inside, confusing them. Winter. The hell, where is everyone? Ironwood. This is very odd. Ironwood walks inside the bullhead to find clues but finds nothing until he sees the holographic controls are orange instead of blue. Ironwood. What the? Ironwood touched the orange holographic controls and at that moment a hologram of John popped up. Ironwood. Victor. John. Greeting to whoever I'm speaking to, relay this message to the man himself, General Ironwood, for me. Could you tell him next time to send actual soldiers, not little boys, their bodies are frail. Winter. TCH, that bastard. John. This next is still for Ironwood. Tell him he cannot stop me, not my business. Tell him he must adapt or be removed. Ironwood. TCH. John. Well, that's all, tick-tock, your life is in the clock. And with that said, the hologram disappeared and a beeping sounds was heard as Ironwood looked at the controls to see a 5-second timer shocking him as he jumps out the bullhead. Winter. What's row? Ironwood. Everyone get back, it's a bomb. Everyone near the bullhead ran for it, getting as far away as possible, and then asterisk boom. The 2 bullheads exploded as fire and debris fly across the place. Winter was shocked by this while Ironwood was pissed. Ironwood. Damn that man, damn him and all who work for him or with him. Meanwhile, Izuku. Achu. Poka. You all right, Dad? Shino. You're not sick, are you, Father? Izuku. I'm fine, I think someone's talking about me. Meanwhile, somewhere else. Achu. Allergy season already. Cinder. You okay, Lady Salem? Salem. I'm fine, but I have a feeling someone is talking about me. Back with Ironwood, we see him walking back to his office pissed. Winter. What are your orders, General? Ironwood. I don't know yet, but I'll inform you when I need you. Winter. Hi. Ironwood. Also tell me, how are the Atlas compounds? Winter. Last time I checked they were all activated and well suited for any sort of. Ironwood. What? Winter. Well, Atlas compound 208 had been destroyed. Ironwood. What, how? Winter. I don't we just constructed that last month. Ironwood. Well, now I have something for you to do. Winter. Which is? Ironwood. You will go and investigate what happened to the compound. Take as many men as you need. Winter. Hi. As Winter runs off, we see Ironwood back at his office as he picks up the phone and dials in a number and waits until he hears a voice on the other side. Ironwood. Ozpin. Bring Team RWBY down here now. It's a new day in the city of Musutafu as we see Makoto out on the streets in the alleyways with a list of different names. Izuku has him on scouting duty since he was so eager to do something, but he wasn't expecting to be on scouting duty of all the tasks. Makoto. Okay, so do some investigating on these people, shouldn't be too hard. First up is Pekoyama. TCH, that bitch, I remember her. Flashback. Warwick is about to stomp on Nekomaru's face, but then Pekoyama blitzes past him like a bullet, slicing 2 of the tubes on his back as Chemtech leaks all on the floor. Warwick. Shit, son of a bitch. Warwick jumps back and starts sweating and breathing hard. Warwick. No, my huff strength. Pekoyama. Seems those tubes are your weak spot. Makoto. This isn't huff over. With what little strength and conciseness he had left, Makoto transforms back to Warwick and lets out a howl and holds it for few seconds until he goes back to normal and falls unconscious. End of flashback. Makoto. Whatever, let's find the bitch. Why is she even on this list? Makoto sticks to the shadows of the alleyways and starts searching around for Pekoyama's location. Makoto. Why does Bossman got me on search and seek duty? I could he out hunting for some heroes or even that shitty. Number 1. Hero. Hey, All Might's hero career is basically fucked. No one will ever see him the same again. Random. Hey, did you guys hear about that Fuyuhiko kid? Random. Yeah, I heard he got shot during the Warriors Chaos a few days back. Makoto. What's this about? Random. I heard he's in the hospital, which is a surprise. Random. Why do you say that? Random. I heard he got shot through the eye. Random. Huh, really? Random. What? No way, how is he even alive? Random. Luck. Random. Do they know who did it? Random. No, but whoever did better start running because the Kuzuryu clan is gunning for him. Random. Hey, ain't that the truth? Makoto. Excuse me, fellas. The 5 guys look over to see Makoto walking out of the shadows. Makoto. Sorry to butt in on your conversation, but you wouldn't happen to know the hospital this Fuyuhiko guy is at? Random. Yeah, why? Makoto. Reasons. So you gonna tell me or what? Random. He's at the Boisha hospital. Makoto. Okay, thanks for the tip, now I'll be on my wa. Random. Hey, wait a minute, that Metal Claw looks family. Makoto then blitzes past the 5 random guys as they drop dead, severed in half, as Makoto flicks the blood off his metal claw and walks back into the shadows. Makoto. Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu is on this list. Hehe, Boisha hospital, here I come. Makoto creeps through the dark alleyways of Japan, hiding in the shadows, headed to Boisha hospital to see how Fuyuhiko is doing. He has no ideas why Fuyuhiko is on this list, but he doesn't really care that much. The sooner he's done with scouting duty, the better for him. After 20 minutes of creeping around the place, Makoto heads into the hospital and walks up towards the receptionist. Receptionist. Hello sir, who are you here to see? Makoto. Is there a Fuyuhiko here? Receptionist. You're here for Mr. Kuzuryu. Makoto. Yes, I am. Receptionist. Who are you? Makoto. A friend of his. What's with all the questions? Receptionist. Okay, he's in room 305. Makoto. Okay, thank you. Makoto walks past the receptionist desk and heads upstairs as the receptionist pulls out her phone and dials in a number. Receptionist. Yes, hi, is this Natsumi Kuzuryu I'm speaking to? Yes, hi, we have a bogey in the hospital. You'll send someone? Excellent, bye. The receptionist hangs up and smiles as we see Makoto heading up to the 3rd floor. Makoto. Okay, so first up is Fuyuhiko, then after that check up on curator, and then Jiren, and then after that I should be done for today maybe. Makoto heads up to the 3rd floor and looks for room 305. After a few seconds he finds it as he opens the door and sees Fuyuhiko in the hospital bed and 3 Yakuza guys in chairs. Random. Who the hell are you? Makoto. Just a friend. Who? Random. I don't care, leave now. Makoto. But, Random. I said get the fuck out of here. Makoto sighed and then slashed the Yakuza in the gut, then jabbed his hand in there and pulled out the guy's intestines, shocking and horrifying the other 2 Yakuza members. Makoto then rushed the other 2 as he bit one on the neck, drawing blood, and then strangled the other Yakuza member by the neck with the string of intestines from the first guy. After a few minutes both guys died as Makoto wiped the blood of his face and looked at Fuyuhiko, who was in stable condition, as he pulls out his phone and calls Izuku. Makoto. God, I'm here. Fuyuhiko is in stable condition. Izuku. I see, so he still lives. Makoto. Yep, what do you want me to do now? Izuku. Keep him alive, I have an idea. Makoto. Sure. Hangs up. 1 down, 2 more to G. Then the lockdown alarm went off outside the room, confusing everybody as Makoto just gets annoyed. Makoto. What the hell is going on now? We cut downstairs to the hospital lobby as we see Natsumi Kuzuryu walk into the hospital along with 70 Yakuza members. Receptionist. Hello, Miss Kuzuryu. Natsumi. Where's the guy who came here earlier? Receptionist. Upstairs, ma. Natsumi slapped the receptionist out of her seat and pointed a gun to her head, scaring the receptionist. Natsumi. And you let him go? Receptionist. I tried to stop him, Miss H. Honest. Natsumi. Is that so? Snaps fingers. One of the Yakuza walk over to Natsumi with a tablet and shows her the security footage from earlier as she saw Makoto walk past the receptionist desk with no type of resistance as she looked back down at the scared receptionist. Natsumi. You lied to me. Receptionist. No ma'am ple. Bang bang. Natsumi shot the receptionist 2 times, scaring everyone in the lobby as people began running and hiding as Natsumi looked at the 70 Yakuza members. Natsumi. Find and kill that bastard now. Yakuza members. Hi. All 70 Yakuza members ran past Natsumi and rushed upstairs towards the 3rd floor, leaving Natsumi there as another figure walks into the hospital and sees the dead receptionist. Sheesh, couldn't wait for me, huh, could ya Natsumi? Natsumi. See if my brother's okay, then find and kill this bastard. Natsumi shows the figure the security footage and points at Makoto as the figure nods and walks past her but then stops. Any last orders before I go? Natsumi. Turn this whole fucking hospital upside down if you have to. Gladly. The figure runs up the stairs and heads to the 3rd floor, leaving Natsumi there as she sits in the receptionist chair and waits. Natsumi. I'll have your head on a fucking platter for trying to hurt my brother, whoever the fuck you are. While Natsumi waits for her entourage to come back, we cut over to Makoto, who's running through the halls trying to get out, but most of the doors and windows are covered in metal. Makoto. Damn it, where's the way out of here? Yakuza member. There he is. Makoto turns his head and dodges a katana slash. He then grabs the Yakuza member and throws them up into the ceiling, then grabs their leg and slams the Yakuza member's face into the ground, breaking their face and killing them. Makoto hears lots of footsteps coming his way as he looks over to see a lot more Yakuza members armed with melee weapons. Makoto. I'm guessing you guys aren't letting me leave here the easy way out, right? Yakuza members. Yep. Makoto. Fine. Makoto does his stretches and looks at the Yakuza members with a smirk on his face. Makoto. Let's do this. Makoto blitzes the Yakuza members and begins to slaughter them with ease as they try to stop him, but he's too fast and furious for them to handle. Meanwhile, the figure is still heading up to 3rd floor. I wonder if those Yakuza guys are doing okay up there. I mean, I am about to go up against a member of the WAS. There's 70 guys up there, they should be fine.
Yakuza member. Meanwhile, back up on the 3rd floor. Yakuza member. We can't keep fighting him, Yakuza member. He's killed most of us in a matter of minutes. Yakuza member. We can't deal with this. The remaining Yakuza members watch as Makoto rips a member in half with his bare hands as he looks at the remaining Yakuza members with a sinister smile, terrifying them as they begin to run. Makoto. Nah, don't run, you started this, come back and finish it. Makoto chases after the remaining Yakuza, heading back downstairs as the figure can hear the screams of the Yakuza members coming downstairs. What the heck, Yakuza member? Move, Yakuza member. Get out of my way. Yakuza member. He's coming. Oi, the Yakuza members stop in their tracks, seeing Natsumi's enforcer on the stairs. Yakuza member. Ma'am, you're here. Of course I am now, why the hell are you all run? Makoto. Surprised, the figure looks up and is shocked to see Makoto as he dives down and tackles a Yakuza member through the stairs on the 3rd floor, causing the flight of stairs to shake violently as the figure and the remaining Yakuza members fall down towards the floor, but the figure grabs a hold of the 2nd flight of stairs, unlike the other Yakuza guys, as they hit the floor and splatter all on the floor. My, that was close. Makoto. Sniff, one's still breathing. Makoto jumps up and lands on the 2nd flight of stairs and looks down at the figure, who was about to do something, but Makoto grabbed her by the neck and lifted her up into the air. Makoto. Any last words before I drop you? Yeah, should have dropped me when you had the change. Makoto. Who? The figure does an upward kick to Makoto's chin, dazing him and causing him to let go of the figure, who grabbed a hold of the edge of the stairs and does a flip and lands on the stairs and spin kicks Makoto, sending him flying down the stairs, but he quickly recovers and gets back up. Makoto. You're pretty tough, huh? Damn right I am. Makoto. What's your name, lady? The name's Akeha. Akeha. And you're sniffing around in Yakuza business, pup. Before Makoto could say or do anything, Akeha blitzed past him, confusing him until she tapped her blade holster on the ground as Makoto felt pain all over his body as a bunch of open wounds appear out of nowhere. Makoto. What the fuck, Akeha? That means you're all mine to deal with. Akeha turns around and blitzes Makoto again, who blocks it and pushes her back as he gets back up and goes to swipe at her, but Akeha jumps back, dodging the attack. As she immediately runs at Makoto, who does the same. Akeha swings her katana as Makoto ducked and grabbed her with his iron claw and smashed Akeha into the stairs a few times until he was able to make an opening in the floor. As Makoto was about to drop her into, she thrusted a knife at Makoto, who easily dodged it, but then she smirks as she drops the knife on purpose as she catches it with her foot and maneuvers it as she stabs Makoto in the back. Makoto Ga falls down. Akeha: "Hey, my work here is done now, it's time to bring your head to my mistress." Akeha walks over to Makoto and was about to decapitate him until Makoto shot back up and gut-punched Akeha, making her cough up saliva while also sending her stumbling back a bit as she regains her posture and looks up to see Makoto transformed into Warwick. Warwick: "Alright, that's it." Warwick blitzed Akeha and throws a punch, but she blocks it with her blade, but she still gets sent flying into the wall. Akeha: "Damn it, he's gotten stronger now." Warwick: "What's wrong, can't handle a little punch?" Akeha: "Don't get cocky, Bo." Warwick blitzed Akeha and grabs her face and throws her to the bottom of the stairs, making a crater as he dives down towards her in an attempt to crush her, but she moves out of the way in time. Akeha: "Holy shit, that was close." Akeha gets back up and runs at Warwick and slashes him, but he steps back dodging it and backhands Akeha into the wall again. Warwick charges her and rams her through the wall as they both end up in the main floor of the hospital. Warwick grabbed Akeha by her foot and spun around and threw her through the hallway as she hits the wall again. Akeha: "Stop throwing me into walls, Warwick. Stop running into walls." Warwick runs on all fours towards Akeha and throws a punch as she falls out the hole in the wall, barely missing Makoto's fist as she pulls out a kunai and stabs Warwick in the leg, but he barely felt that as he grabbed Akeha by her throat. Warwick: "Was that supposed to hurt? Hey, I barely felt that." Warwick punched Akeha through the hallway again as she crashes into the receptionist desk, shocking Natsumi, who looked up to see Akeha badly injured. Natsumi: "Akeha, Akeha. Mistress, please, you must run." Natsumi: "I'm not leaving you here to die, come on." Natsumi runs over and grabs Akeha and drags her towards the doors and out of the hospital. Warwick was about to give chase until he remembered why he was here in the first place. Warwick: "Oh yeah, my job here is done, I'm out of here." Warwick crashed through the walls of the hospital until he got outside as he ran up a building and turned back into Makoto as he pulled out the list of people and crossed off Fuyuhiko's name. Makoto: "Okay, little man's still alive. Next up is Toga." Boo. Makoto punched Toga in the face out of fear, sending her flying and crashing into the building's heat generator. Toga: "OWWWWWW Makoto. WHO, the fuck are you, Toga? You don't recognize me." Makoto: "No, who are you, Toga? Oh come on, my voice is the exact same dude." Makoto: "Still no clue, Toga." Groans. Toga sighs and then morphs back into her true form as Makoto sees this and now knows who she really is. Toga: "Remember me now, Makoto? Ooh, you're that mimic girl, Toga, right?" Toga: Yep, also why the hell did you hit me, Makoto? I didn't know WHO you were at the time." Toga: "Bullshit, Makoto. Why the hell are you sneaking up on people and scaring them anyway? Halloween been over." Toga: "Because it's fun, Makoto. Sigh, whatever. Besides, aren't you supposed to be spying on someone or something?" Toga: "Yep, but I needed a refill on flesh, Makoto. Oh well, it's best you leave the cops and maybe some heroes will be here and you don't want to get caught." Toga: "Thanks for the heads up, bye." Toga jumps off as Makoto does the same, getting away from the police as we see Makoto heading over towards the abandoned zoo where Curator stays at. Makoto: "I wonder what the boss man wants with that guy anyway, he's currently fighting on death's door." Makoto jumps around and sneaks around the best he can for a while until he gets to the abandoned zoo. Makoto: "Okay, let's see what this guy's up to." Makoto jumps down and walks towards the entrance of the zoo to see Bearhead and Zookeeper. Makoto: "Why oh Bearhead. Oi kid, you lost or?" Makoto turned into Warwick, towering over Bearhead as he stepped back, now knowing it's Warwick. Bearhead: Oh, it's you, Warwick. Damn right, where's Curator? I gotta speak with him." Zookeeper: "He's in the lizard exhibit area, he's currently working on something, follow me." Warwick follows Zookeeper along with Bearhead to the lizards exhibit to find Curator. After walking for half an hour, the three make it to the lizard exhibit, seeing it's empty and covered in overgrown vines and plants. Bearhead: "He should be around here somewhere, Zookeeper. Let's look around and find Hi." Warwick: No need oi curator, where are you curator? Who's that? Warwick. It's me Warwick, you know the wolf curator. Oh yes, the rash one, come to the amphibious part if the exhibit, that's where I'm at. Warwick. Thanks whelp, we know where we're going zookeeper. Follow me.
Warwick follows zookeeper to the amphibian exhibit along with Beerhead. After a few minutes they see curator doing something. Curator. Slowly, almost there NNND. Beerhead. Boss. Curator got spooked and dropped the veil of blue liquid into the enclosure as he turned around pissed to see zookeeper and Beerhead and Warwick. Curator. Don't you three see I'm in the middle of something right now? Warwick. That's the thing, what are you doing anyway? Curator. I'm creating life. Beerhead. Zookeeper. Life. Warwick. Explain. Curator. Why explain it when I can show you? Come over here and look. The three walk over and see what curator is doing, and once they get over to him they are surprised and shocked to see small white lizards with blue crystal eyes. Warwick. What are these? Curator. Gem geckos. Beerhead. Can I eat the? Curator. No. Zookeeper. What do they do, sir? Curator. I'm glad you asked. The crystals they produce can be used as ammunition and a product of a laser cannon. Warwick. So they're just ammunition lizards. Curator. There's more to them than that, they're just not fully grown. Warwick. Interesting, so this what you've been doing for the past few weeks? Curator. Of course, why do you ask? Warwick. Urgot wanted me to check up on you. Curator. I see. Beerhead. Question, do we still call him Urgot or? Warwick. You best stick with Urgot. Beerhead. Okay. Warwick. Well, that's all I came here for. I'll let Urgot know what you're up to. Curator. Hi. Warwick runs off and leaves the abandoned zoo and heads over to the bad side of town to see what Jiren is up to, and once he gets there he sees two randoms in front of Jiren's shop. Warwick. Guess he's finally got some customers, huh? Warwick turns into Makoto and sneaks down onto the streets and creeps around through the alleyways to get close to the shop, and once he gets close enough he puts his ear to the wall to hear what's going on inside. Jiren. Were you followed? Random. No, it's just the two of us. Jiren. You got the money. The second guy pulls out a suitcase and pops it open, revealing lots of money to Jiren, who smirks. Jiren. Well then let's go business, gentlemen. Random. Let's. Jiren. Follow me. Jiren leads the two guys down into the basement of his store as Makoto climbs up the building wall and up onto ceiling, goes down the chimney that leads straight down into the attic as he continues to listen in on the conversation. Jiren. Alright fellas, here's what I got: 25 smuggled crates of automation assault rifles, 30 smuggled crates of explosives, grenades, dynamite, so on and so forth, and 55 crates of ammunition. Random. What kind of ammunition? Jiren. Rocket launchers, assault rifles, sniper rifles, you name it, I got it. Random. Good, let's see the stuff. Jiren walks over to a crate and pops it open for the two guys to see as they see lots of ammo, putting a smile on both their faces. Random. This'll do nicely. Jiren. So we got a deal, fellas. Random. Consider us satisfied customers. Jiren. I like the sound of th. One of the guys quickly knocks Jiren unconscious as he hits the floor face first, as the two guys look down at the unconscious Jiren, revealing themselves to be heroes in disguise. Random hero. Call the others, we're taking him in. Random hero. Maybe we can get some information on Urgot. Random hero. You mean the kid from you, eh? Random hero. Hey a kid, let me tell you something that ain't no kid no more. Random hero. It's a shame really, he could have been the next symbol of peace. Random hero. Yeah, tch, that fucking dumbass All Might and those brats. Warwick. I know, sucks doesn't it? The two heroes look over and saw a set of red eyes in the chimney, shocking and scaring them as Warwick blitzed out the chimney and slashes one hero's face, causing him to scream in pain and stab his claws into the second one, killing him instantly. Warwick throws the corpse into the wall, then bites down on the screaming hero, shutting him up for good as he takes a chunk of his skull off. Warwick. What the hell are heroes doing all the way out here in the shitty part of town? Oi Jiren, wake the fuck up. Warwick turned back to Makoto and started slapping Jiren, trying to get him to wake up, but it wasn't working. Makoto. Groan, come on man, I can't leave you here unconscious. What if more heroes come knocking on your door? Boom. The basement shook from a sudden explosion upstairs, shocking Makoto as the sound of multiple footsteps were heard. Makoto. What the he? SWAT. Breach. Boom. An explosion blew open the door to the basement as a large SWAT force rushed downstairs to find a bunch of wooden crates full of weapons and ammunition. SWAT. Search the place, find the shop owner. SWAT. We got 2 heroes, Kia. I repeat, Kia. SWAT. Sir, it's empty. SWAT. Damn, must have gotten away. All right then, everyone obtain as much evidence as you can, we're bringing it in. SWAT. Hi. The SWAT begin taking all the weapons and explosives as evidence of Jiren's crimes, but before they could leave the basement something fell down the chimney, catching a SWAT member's attention as they pick it up and walk over towards the leader. SWAT. Sir, I found something. SWAT. What is it? SWAT. I don't know, but it fell out the chimney. SWAT. All right then, put with the rest of the... Before the SWAT leader could finish his sentence, the little Chembom started laughing, confusing the two until they saw a 2-second timer. SWAT. Oh she. Chembom. Good night. Asterisk boom. The entire building exploded and bursted into a green flame as we see Makoto watching this from afar. Makoto. How am I gonna explain this to Bossman? I hope he understands. Makoto leaves the unconscious Jiren on the roof as he decides to call it a day. Makoto. Welp, I've checked on everyone on this list, now I can go. Wait a minute. Makoto takes out the list and goes over the names one last time before finding 2 more people. Makoto. Crap, I forgot about Pekoyama also, who's Isekai. Damn, and I thought I was finished. Makoto jumps from rooftop to rooftop looking for Pekoyama to see what she's up to. He searched around the city for 50 minutes and couldn't find anything. Makoto. Grown, this is gonna take all day and I still gotta find this Isekai guy, whoever the hell that is. Toga. You're looking for Issa. Makoto threw a punch at Toga, who ducked down, dodging this time as she stepped back from Makoto. Toga. Whoa, calm down, it's just me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer. Makoto. Toga, what do you want? Toga. I couldn't help but overhear you're looking for Isik. Makoto. You know who that is. Toga. Yep, Isik Yagi is his full name. Makoto. Yagi. Toga. Yeah, here's a little secret, whisper, All Might has 2 kids. Makoto. What? Toga. SSSHHH, yeah, All Might's last name is Yagi. Makoto. So that's why Bossman wants me to check on this guy, do you know where he is? Toga. Last time that I checked he was at UA. Makoto. Well, that's where I'm going. Toga. I'm coming with you. Makoto. Sure, whatever, let's go. Makoto and Toga head over to UA to go check on Isik, then after that he can go check up on Pekoyama, then call it a day. Once they get there they see UA is not as bustling as it used to. Makoto. This place looks like shit. Toga. Yeah, people were breaking into UA and vandalizing the place, throwing bricks and stuff. I remember someone threw a whole Molotov into the gymnasium, gave a kid 3rd-degree burns. Makoto. Haha, oh man, UA is super fucked. Toga. Yeah, follow me, I know where to go. Makoto. Hi. Toga and Makoto sneak onto UA grounds undetected and head for the 1A dorm, and once they get there they see its badly damaged, broken windows, curse words spray painted on the building, and a piece of the roof is gone. Toga. We're here. Makoto. Let's find our guys. Toga. How, we can't get too close to the fork without getting spotted. Makoto. Can't you turn into a bird or some? Toga punched Makoto in the face for saying something so dumb as he held his nose in pain and growled at Toga, who sharpened her nails, but as the two were about to fight they heard talking coming from inside the dorm. Bakugo. Damn it man, why won't you so eek with us anymore? Because I don't fucking like you guys. Toga. What's going on in there? Makoto. I don't know, but I'm about to find out. Makoto gets into a tree and jumps onto the roof of the dorm and quietly creeps up and peeks down to see what's going on. I've said it once and I'll say it again, leave me alone. Ojiro. Not until you tell us what you found, Mineta. Mineta. And why is that to get in the way of my investigation? Momo. What you're doing is vigilantism, we're worried about why. Mineta. Bullshit 9, if you have a fuck about me except Denki. Denki. So, will you tell M? Mineta. Fuck no. Denki. Aw man. Uraraka. Please Mineta, we want to help find Deku-kun too. Makoto. Who? Mineta. Even if I did let you help, I doubt he'd want anything to do with you all. Isik. What makes you think he wants anything to do with you? Last time I checked you set him. Mineta. Because you assholes made me. Makoto. This is like a movie, I gotta see this through. Mineta. I was weak back then, I couldn't do anything back then, but I sure as hell can now, and I'll do it by myself. Mineta walks off, about to head to his room until Izumi steps in front of him. Mineta. Move it, Yagi. Izumi. Not until you tell us what happened at the hospital. Mineta. Which one? Izumi. You know what I'm talking about, the Boisha hospital. Makoto. Wait, I was there a few hours ago. Mineta. You wanna know what happened? Fine, I'll tell you. Death, Yakuza, and werewolves there. You happy now? Izumi. That was a terrible description. Makoto. All that happened while I was there. Wait a minute, what the hell? Jiro's ears perk up hearing Makoto's voice as she looks up to see him as he sees her and steps back. Jiro. Guys, someone's on the roof. Siro. Who? Toga. Enjoy. Toga jumps above the dorm and drops 2 smoke bombs and 3 firecrackers as the smoke bombs go off, then the firecrackers causing the class to panic. Toga. That's for almost killing Izu-kun. Makoto. Ha 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 ha, they're like a bunch of rats down there running around screaming. But then Mineta burst out of the smoking dorm, surprising Toga and Makoto as Mineta throws 3 shurikens at Makoto, who dodges them and runs at Mineta and throws a punch, only for Mineta to weave his punch and punch Makoto in the face, sending him stumbling back. Makoto. I'm getting real fucking tired of getting hit in the damn face. Mineta. Sounds like a skull issue to me. Makoto. Bastard. Makoto gets on all fours and runs towards Mineta and lunges at him, but Mineta dodges out the way, only for Makoto to quickly maneuver back around and kick Mineta in the back, sending him flying almost off the roof. Makoto. Damn, so close. Mineta. Who are you? Makoto. I should be asking you the same thing. I don't remember there being a tall purple kid, a short one. Yeah, but not a tall one. Are you the guy's brother or what? Mineta. How do you know? Class 1A. Makoto. Hey, the bossman knows this class way too well. Mineta. Bossman, does he mean Izuku? Do you work for Ergot? Makoto. Yep, bossman sends his regards to Isik. Mineta runs at Makoto and swings his staff, only for Makoto to catch it with his iron claw as he throws Mineta behind him into the dorm where the rest of the class is. Makoto. Now then, to find that Pico Gi. Before Makoto could finish his thought, he feels a sharp pain across his back as he turns his head to see Pekoyama behind him. Makoto. What the hell? Makoto fights through the pain and turns to Warwick and grabs Pekoyama, shocking her as he throws her into a tree. Pekoyama. Damn, that didn't seem to work. Pekoyama looks up to see Warwick in the air coming down towards her as she jumps out the way as he crashes into the ground and immediately rushes towards her and swipes his claws, but she blocks his attack. Warwick. You know I've been looking for you, sword girl. Pekoyama. So have I. Warwick. Huh, Pekoyama. You know, the one who put my young master in his current state. Warwick. Yeah, so what? Pekoyama blitzes Warwick and swings her katana as he dodges and throws a punch at her, but she jumps back and immediately rushes back in as the two begin fighting one another. While the two start fighting, the class all run out of the smoky dorm and see the two fighting. Siro. Whoa, they're going at it. Denki. This is cool. Momo. Should we help her? Shoji. I think she's got it, Cove. Before Shoji could finish his sentence, the class see Warwick grab Pekoyama's arm and smash her into the ground 5 times, then throw her up into the air and then jump up and punch her down towards the class as they all get out of the way as Pekoyama crashes into the ground. Shoji. Never mind. Pekoyama. Damn it, how is he so strong? Warwick. Hey, I'm not gonna let you get the chance to cut my chem wires this time, bitch. Well, I've had my fun, I'm out of here. Before Warwick could finish his sentence, he was forced to turn back to Makoto as he turned around and was caught in Aizawa's capture scarf. Aizawa. Got you this time. Makoto. Shit, Nezu. My, what's a lovely catch of the day. Nezu pops out of Aizawa's scarf, much to Aizawa's displeasure, to reveal himself to Makoto as he looked around for a way out but couldn't find one. Makoto. So these are the ragtag idiots who betrayed Bossman, huh? Nezu. You seem to know where young Yagi is, would you mind telling us his whereabouts? Makoto. Or, you go choke on a bag of cheese sewer rat. Aizawa smirked at Makoto's little rebuttal while Nezu sighed. Nezu. Don't make things difficult now or else it will get worse. Makoto. What you gonna send your little attack dogs over there to attack me? You let me out this scarf, I can guarantee the opposite will happen. Nezu. No, of course not. Makoto. Well, you had no problem letting it happen to Bossman. Izumi. Shut up, damn it, where my brother? Makoto. Hua, your boss man's sister. Izumi. Yeah, he never mentioned me. Makoto. No, not once. Izumi felt sad hearing that from Makoto, but what everyone didn't realize was Makoto was slowly clawing his way out of Aizawa's scarf. Makoto. Come on, just keep stalling, let me guess he's got a brother too, huh? Isik. That's me. Makoto. Oh, and here I am thinking he was an only child, he Bossman gots it out for you too. Izumi. Hut, that can't be true, right? Izuku wouldn't. Makoto. Oh no, he's got it out for you both, he's got it out for all of you. Bossman's gots plans for all of you that I won't say. Aizawa. Enough, tell me where my student is. Makoto. Come closer, I'll whisper it to you. Aizawa was hesitant, but he walked towards Makoto, who had a smile on his face, and once he got close enough, Makoto leaned in towards Aizawa's ear and said, Makoto. Figure it out. Makoto then lunged at Nezu and Choi more down on his hand and started swinging him around like a chew toy while Nezu screamed in pain, shocking Aizawa and the class. Aizawa let Makoto loose as he jumped back and spat Nezu back at Aizawa. Nezu. My hand. Makoto. Thanks for the snack. Momo. Get him. The class run towards Makoto, who gets ready to fight the class until he remembers Pekoyama and looks over to see her swing her katana, almost slashing his chem wires again, but he dodged her katana and spin kicked her towards the class, knocking some of them down. Makoto. Not this time, bit. A shard of glass slices two of Makoto's chem wires, shocking him as Chemtech sprays out, shocking him. Makoto. Shit, not again. Makoto turns around to see Akemi with shards of glass levitating around her, causing him to step back a bit. Makoto. Who the hell are you? Akemi. You know where Izuku is. Makoto. And what's it to you? Akemi. I want answers, where is he? Makoto. Like I am telling you. Makoto plunged his iron claw into the ground and takes out a piece of the ground and throws it at Akemi, who jumps out of the way, and fired a bunch of glass at Makoto, who jumps out of the way and dive bombs towards Akemi. Makoto. Haha, I got you, no. Akemi. Now. Makoto. Huh. Monoma. Throw the Iron Man. Tetsu. Fire. Kendo with all her might threw Tetsu towards Makoto, who heard him yelling as he looks up and instantly gets headbutted by a full iron Tetsu. Makoto. My head. Makoto and Tetsu both fall to the ground with Tetsu still awake while Makoto is knocked unconscious. Tetsu. Ha, bullseye. Akemi. Nice shot, Kendo. Kendo. Thanks, girl. Akemi. Now then, onto you. Akemi walks over and grabs Makoto by his shirt collar, seeing him unconscious. Akemi. Oh, can you hear me? Makoto. Groans. Akemi. Guess not. Aizawa. Appreciated, Akemi, I'll take it from here. Before Akemi could give Makoto to Aizawa, a knife speeds past Aizawa and stabs Akemi in the hand. Akemi. Ow, pony. Akemi. Aizawa. Who did da? Toga speed past Aizawa and scoops up Makoto in her devil form. Toga. Well, it was nice to see you boys and girls, but I gotta get this brute back home, see y'all losers. Bakugo. Where do you think you're going? Bakugo flies off after Toga, who sees him coming after her as she flies faster, but he's still on her tail. Bakugo aims his palm at Toga and charges up a blast. Bakugo. AP shot. Bakugo fires an AP shot at Toga, who turns around to see it coming in hot as she dodged with ease. Toga. Ha, you missed, bye, flies off. Bakugo. Damn it, get back, he. Bang. Bakugo. Gah. Bakugo gets shot in the gut and falls down to the ground. While falling, he's trying to get back up and continue chasing after Toga. Bakugo. Come on, get back up, damn it, you're so close. Bakugo eventually gets control of his body again and flies straight up as he looks only to see Toga gone. Bakugo. Damn it, who the hell shot me? TCH bastards got away, damn it, I was so close. Bakugo flies back to you. But little did he know he was shot by Naoto, who was on a roof at the time. Naoto. The poison will surely kill him unless the doctors at U.AN are any good, we'll see soon huh. Naoto puts his sniper away and throws down a portal opener as a portal opens back to the base. As he walks through it, the portal behind him disappears. Naoto. Today was quite the day. Tadano. Oh Naoto, you're back, I see. Naoto. Yeah, Tadano. So how was your little jog? Naoto. Decent. Tadano. I see, you know you've been awfully quiet ever since that night. Mind telling the doctor what's on your mind? Naoto. No thanks. Tadano. Okay then. Naoto walks away from Tadano, who opens his palm revealing a giant yellow spider. Tadano. See what he's up to, little one. Tadano drops the spider as it crawls onto the wall and up into the vents and filled Naoto as Shino walks over to Tadano with a smile on her face. Shino. So you think the soldier boy is hiding something from Papa, huh, uncle? Tadano. I don't think I know, and I want to know what he's hiding. Shino. Should we tell Papa? Tadano. He has enough on his plate to deal with. Let us handle this, me and you, okay? Shino. Okay, Operation Investigate the Soldier Boy is a go. Tadano. Hey, you're quite childish, aren't you? Shino. Of course I am, I'm just a little girl. Tadano. Let's go. Shino. Hi. Tadano and Shino both leave suspecting that Naoto is hiding something. Tadano hoping he doesn't have to kill him, while Shino on the other hand is excited hoping she gets to kill him. It's now a new day as we see John in his workshop devising a plan of some sort to get someone to aid him in the making of his creations. John. The place is built from the ground up. Getting in shouldn't be a problem, getting out on the other hand, that's another story. Alina. Is father okay? He's been in there for a while and nothing has blown up yet. Adeline. It's suspicious and worrisome. Roland. Oh relax you two, I'm sure he's fine. Adeline. Then go check on him. Roland. I would, but, oh man, look at the time, I gotta go see the Ripper doctor for my daily checkup. Bye bye. Runs off. Alina. Scaredy cat. Adeline. Definitely. As Roland leaves the warehouse, Alice walks into the warehouse and sees Roland leaving but doesn't really care. Alice. Hey you two, do you know where Master Victor is? Alina. He's in his personal quarters trying to come up with a plan. Alice. A plan? Is something happening today? Adeline. We don't know, he's been in there for a while now. Alice. Why not go check up on him? Alina. We would, but. Adeline. He seems to really be in focus, so we don't want to disturb him. Alice. Understandable. So how long do you think he will be in there? Alina. We're not Sue. Then the sound of a door being kicked open caught the attention of the three immediately as they look over and see John walking out of his bedroom. As he looks at the three and smiles. John. Not only do I have an idea, but I have a plan. Alice. Can we hear it? John. Of course, but where's Roland? Alina. He just left. John. I see. Adeline. What is this plan of yours, father? John. Right, okay, you three listen. John pulls out the blueprint of a large building showing the interior and the exterior. He puts the blueprint on the table and starts explaining. While John goes over his plan, we cut over to Atlas HQ where we see Ironwood in his office looking disappointed at the people in his office. Ironwood. As much as it pains me to see them again, I have to do this. Ahem, glad to see you could make it, Team RWBY. Ruby. Whatever we can do to help. Yang. Yeah, whatever problem you need, we'll get it done. Ironwood. Good to know, but why are they here? Pyrrha. We got a request to watch over a prisoner as they get escorted to Atlas Prison. Ironwood. Ah, I see, I completely forgot all about that. Well then, you three can do that, but Team RWBY, I need your assistance in capturing this man. Ironwood pulls out a picture of the Machine Herald and puts it on his desk, surprising the two teams. Ironwood. This is the Machine Herald, but his real name is Victor. He's been a thorn in Atlas's side for a while now. Blake. The same can be said about Beacon. Ironwood. What do you mean? Ruby. This guy exposed a bunch of the staff and students who used to go to Beacon. Yang. Now they're either in jail or on the streets. Penny. He's like the boogeyman. Ren. Or the Reaper. Ironwood. And that's exactly why I want him captured. He's caused enough problems as it is, so I want you to go investigate a compound that was attacked a few days ago. See if you can find anything there. RWBY. Hi. Ironwood. Good, and for team, what do I even call you three now? Pyrrha. Just NPR for now, sir. We haven't found any new replacements for him yet. When Pyrrha mentioned John, Ironwood could see the scowls and disdain on the others' faces angering him, but he kept his cool and didn't say anything about it. Ironwood. I see. Well, the team, NPR, that just sounds stupid as hell. Winter will escort you to the prison where you'll make sure the escort will go smoothly. Pyrrha. Rest assured, General, everything will be fine. Nora. Yep, we'll get it done. Ironwood. Good, I'd hate for something bad to happen. You all are dismissed. The two teams leave the office as Ironwood starts looking through files of prison escort until he sees who's being escorted and why. Ironwood. Crimes: kidnapping, torture, unethical experimentation, illegal weapons development, forced transmutation, animal cruelty, mass murder, mass destruction, war crimes and weapons dealing. Jesus, one boy did all this. Goes by many names: Professor, the Mad Chemist, the Alchemist, and the Doctor, but his most used is Singed. Meanwhile, deep in a prison, we see four guards walk over to an iron door, a bit worried as one of them hangs on the door hard. Guard. Wake up, 225, your escort will finally be coming for you. Is that so? After 3 whole years in this shithole, I'll finally go someplace a bit more decent. Guard. You think Atlas Prison is decent? Haha, just wait till they get their hands on you. Oh no, William, it's quite the opposite. Just wait till I get there. Guard. TCH, damn brat. Guard. Welp, since we won't be seeing you ever again, the warden thought it'd be nice if we let you get a farewell snack. So what do you want? My, how thoughtful of the old man. Let's see. I want a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Guard. That's a surprise. Usually most guys want something expensive or exotic. Is there a problem? Guard. Not at all. Guard. Well, get you your cheesesteaks, don't you worry about it, brat. Guard. But until then, here. One of the guards throws a rat in through the bars as the other guards giggle and walk away, but the figure puts their hand out for the rat to come to him. As the rat gets closer and closer, then the figure snatched the rat off the ground as it starts squeaking in fear. Hello there, little one, don't worry, you're fine. The figure grabs something underneath the bed and pulls out a cup with another rat in it and 5 bottles with different colored liquid in them as the figure puts the new rat in the cup with the other rat and puts on gloves. You going to become something far greater now. But before the figure could begin his experiment, he hears the sound of a mini drill somewhere, causing him to look around until some rock hits his head as he looks up and sees a tiny drill going down into his cell. The tiny drill then falls through as the figure catches it and looks at it confused until a hologram of John appears. Interesting. What do I owe the pleasure of meeting the Machine Herald? John. Oh, you know who I am, Hajime. Hajime. How do you know my name? John. I know you and you know me. Hajime. Prove it. John. You used to go to a school called Hope Peak Academy along with your friend Mr. Nayagi. You fell in love with a girl named Chiaki who likes you as well, but you were forced to move to the school of Beacon Academy for your high intellect, only to be picked on and bullied for being only good with scientific studies. You had a low score in mostly everything except science. You lived through every day of that hell until you met me. Hajime. John. Hello my friend, how's it been? Hajime. Terrible, this prison sucks. The food is decent, but other than that everything is terrible. John. I see. Well, don't worry, I have a plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hajime. Well then, I'm all ears. We see Team RWBY accompanied by a member of the ACE operatives named Harriet Bree. We see the group flying in a bullhead heading towards the Atlas compound that was attacked by Alice a few days ago to investigate and see if they can scavenge anything that still works. Harriet. Alright ladies, listen up, this is a recon mission. Once we land, we'll split up and search the pace for any clues or anything worth saving in the ruin. Got it? Ruby. Yes ma'am. Blake. I understand. Young. Got it. Weiss. Roger that. Harriet. Good AO. Pilot, how much longer till we get there? Pilot. Not much longer, just a few minutes out from the compound. Harriet. Good, the sooner the better. Meanwhile on the ground below we see a figure in the trees chilling on a branch reading a book about cocktails until they hear the sound of the bullhead coming as they look up to see the bullhead coming as the figure gets on their earpiece. "Sir, an Atlas bullhead is coming your way. John." Seems they responded quicker than expected. "Orders, sir." John. "Shoot it down, Juliet." Juliet. "Roger that." Juliet gets off the earpiece and takes aim as the bullhead gets closer to her. She smirks. Juliet. "Prepare for an emergency landing." Pilot. "Hey Harriet." Harriet. What? Pilot. "I got something on the radar, it's front of you." Bang. The pilot gets shot through the head, shocking Harriet and Team RWBY as the bullhead starts to spin out of control. Harriet. "Brace for impact, ladies, we're going in ho." Crash. The bullhead hits the ground and slides across the ground as the girls shake around uncontrollably, trying their best to keep themselves together but are failing. After sliding for a few minutes, the bullhead crashes into a tree and stops as the girls are inside there in a state of complete shock. Young. "What the hell just happened?" Harriet. "We got shot down, that's what's happened." Ruby. "Are there enemies in the forest?" Blake. "Guess so." Harriet. "Okay rookies, this just went from easy to hard." Weiss. "What now, do we return back to base?" Harriet. "Missy, that's 8 miles from here, absolutely not, we stick to the mission." Young. "But the bullhead." Harriet. "We'll get another one now, come on rookies." Harriet checks the area for any signs of the enemy, not seeing anything suspicious as she signals Team RWBY to get out and follow her, continuing their mission on foot as we see Juliet in the trees using camouflage stalking Team RWBY and Harriet. Juliet. Gets on earpiece, they're on foot activating the archers. John. "Copy that, you have my authority to do so." Juliet. "Hi." Juliet turns on her wristwatch and presses a button as 8 archers scattered around different parts of the forest activate and turn on. Juliet. Sending target identification to archers. Juliet then links her mind to the archers as she sends them the information she gathered on the group. Once they obtain it all, they begin to search for them. Then Juliet turned off the link and cocks her sniper rifle back and smiles. Juliet. "Let's see how far they can get." While Juliet begins to hunt down Harriet and Team RWBY, we cut over to Winter and Team NPR, who have arrived at the front of the prison where Hajime is being held. Winter. "Here we are now, are you 3 sure you're ready for this?" Pyrrha. "Absolutely, ma'am." Winter. "Okay, if you say so, let's go." Nora. "Don't worry ma'am, we can handle ourselves, besides it's just moving a prisoner from one spot to another, what's the worst that can happen?" Boom. And at that moment a part of the prison exploded, shocking the group as Winter looks over to see Hajime come out of the smoke riding atop a mutant rat. Hajime. Breathes in and out, "It's so wonderful to have that fresh smell of air course through your nose." Winter. "Prisoner Hajime." Team NPR. Hajime. Hajime. "Oh, you've arrived just in time, I was just about to leave." Winter. "Not on my watch." Winter dashes at Hajime, who grabs a bottle of acid and throws it at Winter, who dodges it and continues running at Hajime. Hajime. "You might not want to get any closer, Commander." Winter. "Haaa. Hajime. Okay then." Hajime snaps his fingers as one of the rat heads burps, sending a gust of hot air at Winter, and the moment she got caught in it she held her stomach and covered her mouth as tons of tears began to leave her eyes, which started to turn red from how bad the smell was. Winter. "Oh god, it's so fucking gross." Hajime. "I tried to warn yo." Nora. "Take this." Hajime looks up to see Nora spinning like a wheel coming in hot as Hajime commanded the mutant rat to get out of the way, which it did, dodging Nora's devastating attack. Hajime. "I'm not fit for a 3-on-1 situation, besides I gotta follow the plan, yeah." The mutant rat turns around and runs off into the forest, going somewhere. As the 3 see this, they begin to give chase. Nora. "Oh no you don't." Pyrrha. "You're not getting away that easily, Hajime." Ren. "You can't escape from us." Winter. "W cough cough asterisk wait herc." Winter then threw up on the floor and crawled her way out of the smog of rat breath and started to regain her breathing. While that's happening, we cut over to Team RWBY and Harriet, who are running through the forest while dodging arrow bolts from all sides. Weiss. "Where are they coming from?" Ruby. "I don't." Yang. "Incoming." Yang pushes both Weiss and Ruby out of the way, taking an arrow bolt to her shoulder. Ruby. Yang. Don't worry, I'll be fine sis, it's just a. Then she got hit with another arrow bolt to the gut, then another arrow bolt on her other shoulder, and another and another and another and another until she hit the ground with 7 arrow bolts in her. Ruby, Weiss, Blake. Yang. An arrow bolt flies by, almost hitting Blake in the back of her head and almost hitting Harriet's foot. Harriet. Pick her up and run. Harriet runs off as Blake puts Yang on her back and runs off while Ruby and Weiss provide cover, firing, shooting in random directions, hoping they hit the archer bots. We see Juliet watching all of this from afar, seeing the fear on the girls' faces. Juliet. Let's make this a bit more frightening. Juliet calls off the archer bots as they stop firing at the girls, then Juliet takes aim, aiming for the back of Ruby's head, but before she pulls the trigger she thinks about for a second and decides not to. Instead she aimed for Harriet, who was some distance away from Team RWBY. Harriet. Come on you slowpokes, the base isn't far from here, we can. Bang. A bullet speeds through the forest and shoots Harriet through the shin below her knee, ripping her tibia open, causing her to fall to the ground as blood gushed and oozes all on the ground as she screams in pure agony and horror, seeing her shin torn and dangling. Ruby. Ma'am runs to Harriet. Blake. Ruby, wait. Ruby ran low towards Harriet, who was screaming loudly, not only giving away their position but also alerting any nearby grim. Juliet sees this and gets on her earpiece and calls John. Juliet. Permission to release the Ravager, sir. John. Permission granted. Juliet. Copy that. Switches caller, release the Ravager. Aegis. Copy that. Somewhere else in the forest we see some Aegis robots in a small forest base as one Aegis tell the other Aegis to open the big metal cage, which it does as 4 other Aegis grab some chains and pull on them, bringing out the Ravager. The Ravager tries to get free, but the 4 Aegis have a firm grip on the chains until the Ravager lets out a roar, letting off an EMP around it, causing the Aegis to go haywire as the Ravager then starts to tear them apart and destroy the small forest base, then let out a howl echoing throughout the forest. Team NPR. What was that? Team RWBY. What the fuck was that? Hajime. Things just got a lot more interesting. Juliet, hearing the Ravager howl into the air, loads her rifle with anti-mech rounds in case things go sideways. Juliet. Once a Ravager is loose, it'll kill whatever it sees, human, robot, grim, friend, foe, it doesn't matter from this point on, it's life or death. Cocks rifle back, let the hunt begin. We see Team RWBY wandering through the forest, scared and lost, not knowing where to go anymore. Ruby. How did this happen so fast? We were supposed to go to a Atlas compound and now we're in the forest and we don't know where to go and being hunted at the same time. Yang. Ruby, why you okay? Ruby. Yang, don't talk nuts, breath and stay calm. Yang. He is, should he saying the same to you sis, you're shaking. Ruby. I'm scared, okay. Blake. Don't worry, we all are. Weiss. This was such a bad idea, why didn't the general tell us about the dangers? Harriet. Thought you girls could handle it, winces in pain, fuck, this is very painful. Blake. Just relax ma'am, we'll find someplace safe. Then the girls hear the Ravager roar and start to speed walk a bit faster, hoping to get some distance. While speed walking, Weiss stepped on a twig, not caring much about it. But we cut over to the Ravager that's surrounded by torn apart Beowulf corpses as it perks its head up, hearing the sound of a twig snap, and run in the direction where it heard the noise. We see John in his workshop inspecting everything through the Ravager eyes. John. Yes, track them down, find them. Alina. Father, what's the plan once the Ravager find them? Adeline. Do we kill them or no? John. No. Not yet, at least we'll take them out one by one, starting with. John types on his keyboard, sending specific orders to the Ravager, which receives the orders as its eyes go red and runs faster. John. Her. John smirks and watches the Ravager run faster through the forest, headed for Team RWBY. While John does that, we cut over to Hajime, who's riding atop his mutated rat mount, wandering through the forest. Hajime. Man, this place is huge. Sigh, where is the meetup point at again? Hajime pulls up a holographic map that John sent and checks where he is. Hajime. Okay, I'm not that far away, just gotta go that way, let's go. Hajime tugs the rope as the mutant rat walks forward, headed to the meetup point. While traveling through the woods, Hajime starts thinking. Hajime. My only choice right now is to stick with John, wait till the heat dies down, then get more active. Once a month passes, I can go back to my business. Nora. Haaaa. Hajime looks over seeing Nora above him with her hammer raised shocking him. He jumps out of the way as Nora comes down and hits the mutant rat breaking its spine causing it to roar in pain. Hajime lands on the ground and sees Nora, Rin and Pyrrha come out of the bushes. Pyrrha. You have nowhere to run. Hajime, turn yourself in and your punishment won't be as severe. Hajime. Damn it, why are you three so persistent? Hajime pulls out a brew and drinks it only for Rin to shot the bottle spilling the rest onto the ground, but that was just enough for the effects to kick in as Hajime's eyes go bloodshot. Hajime. I just wanted to make brews in peace. Hajime grabs a whole tree and rips it out of the ground and swings it as the three jump over it or duck underneath it, then rush Hajime, who drops the tree and runs at the three. Hajime. But Beacon had other plans. They took me from my old school. Hajime threw a punch at Rin only for him to jump over Hajime and slice into his skin, but that didn't do much as Hajime swung his body, grabbed Rin and smashed him into the ground, then cocked back his fist. Hajime. And threw me in a pit of despair. Hajime threw a punch aimed at Rin's face only for Nora to block the punch with her hammer and push Hajime back as Pyrrha throws her spear at Hajime as it stabs into his shoulder, but he pulls out with ease, not showing any signs of pain, shocking the three. Hajime. Ozpin took my old life from me. Hajime then threw the spear back at Pyrrha, who dodged it and looked back only to get hit with a tree trunk. Rin, Nora. Pyrrha. Hajime then blitzes the two and grabbed them both by their heads and lifted them up into the ground and started to squeeze their heads. Hajime. So I'm gonna take away his precious students. Hajime was about to crush both Rin and Nora's heads until he got hit in the side with an snowflake shuriken, causing him to drop the two and look down, seeing the frostbite spreading on his side. Hajime. Shit, Winter. This is enough. Hajime. TCH, shit, I don't know if I can take her on. I need to think strategically. Guess you finally arrived. Winter. Hajime, stand down and come with us. The punishment will be less severe. Hajime. I'm not going back to jail. Hajime punched the ground and picked up a piece of the ground and throws it Winter, who dodges and looks back to see Hajime on the run. Winter. No you do. Pyrrha. I got him. Pyrrha runs past Winter and after Hajime, going into the forest bushes. Winter. Wait, don't TCH, damn kids. Winter was about to run after her, leaving Rin and Nora behind, who are getting back up holding their heads in pain. Nora. Groan, what happened? Rin. I think we just lost. What, to Hajime? No way, that's impossible, he can't fight to save his life. Rin. Well, he almost did kill us. If it weren't for Ms. Winter we would he dead. Nora. True, but that doesn't matter, he's still a weakling, so what now? Rin. Let's follow Winter. Nora. Yeah, let's G. Roland. Ahem. Nora. Who? Bang. Rin blitzed and sliced the bullet in half, shocking Nora as the two looked to see Roland. Roland. Whistle, you're a fast one, aren't you? Rin. Who are you? Roland. Your executioner. Roland quick draw and fired 6 shots at the two, making Nora and run for cover, but Roland wouldn't let them as he dashed in front of Rin and put the gun to his face point blank and shot only for Rin to duck and sweep Roland's legs, but Roland caught himself and kicked Rin in the face, staggering him. Roland pulled out a knife and ran at Rin as Rin shot back at Roland, but he ducked and dodged the shots and went for a slash on Rin's legs, but Rin jumped as Nora rushed in and swung her hammer only for Roland to jump back and pull out a submachine gun and let loose, making the two dodge and run. Nora turns her hammer into a grenade launcher and fired 4 shots at Roland, who sees this and runs, dodging the 3 explosions but got sent flying by the last one. Nora. Ha, direct hit. Rin. That wasn't direct, he would have died. Nora. Just let me have this, Rin, please. Rin. No, I don't think I will. Nora. Riin. Roland. Oi, stop flirting over there. Roland threw his knife at Rin, who deflected it back at Roland, who caught it and stabbed Nora in the knee, shocking Rin as Roland grabbed Rin by the shirt collar and lifted him up, then smashed him into the ground and put his gun to his forehead. Roland. The Machine Herald sends his regards. Rin. It's not my time yet. Roland. What makes you say Daga? Rin stabbed Roland in the gut with his gun blade, making Roland fall in his back, holding his wound in pain. Roland. Why, you bastard. Nora. You're finished. Rin. Now you're gonna tell us everything you know about this Machine Herald guy. Roland. He gladly hears your first batch of info. Bang. Nora ducked down scared and looked over and was horrified to see Rin with a bullet hole right between his eyes. Nora. Rin. Bang. Nora got shot through the chest and fell down as Roland giggled and laughed with oil and blood leaking from his mouth. Then Jaeger walked out of the bushes towards Roland. Roland. Thanks for the save, Jaeger. Jaeger. I'm expecting a favor you after saving your ass. Roland. Care for a drink? Jaeger. I don't drink. Roland. Touché. Jaeger picked up Roland and puts him over her shoulder and walks away until she detects a small heat signature behind her and turned her head to see Nora crawling over to Rin's body. Jaeger pulled out her rifle and aimed at the back of Nora's head, but John stopped her. John. No, not yet. We'll take them all out one at a time. They all will suffer before they get to feel the sweet release of death. Jaeger. Hyde continues walking. Roland. What, we're just gonna let her go? Jaeger. It's what the Machine Herald demands. Roland. Fine, let's get out of here. Jaeger. Agreed. The two walk away as Nora cried on Rin's body and looks back at the two, seeing them leave as she grabs her hammer and runs at the two. Nora. You son of a bitch, I'll point you both into THW ground. Jaeger. Sigh, annoying. Jaeger turns around and shoots a tranquilizer at Nora, who gets hit in the chest and instantly fall down unconscious as Roland and Jaeger leave the area. While those two get out of the area, we cut over to Team RWBY, who were wandering the forest, still not sure where they are, until Blake gets a scent. Blake. Guys, wait. I smell something. Weiss. Smell what? Ruby. Are they friend or foe? Blake. Sniff, sniff that way. Blake runs off in a random direction, leaving the others behind. Ruby. Blake, wait, we don't know what's out there. Harriet. Let her go, she could bring help. Weiss. Are you sure? What if she runs into that thing out there? Harriet. I'm sure she'll be fine. We cut over to Blake, who's sniffing around the area, getting a whiff of something as she looks to her left. Blake. That way. Blake runs to the left through the forest bushes for a while until she arrives at the ruined Atlas compound. Blake. The compound, I found it, I gotta tell the others. Blake runs through the forest bushes again to go tell the others she found the compound, but then a drone flies out of the woods as we see John looking at the screen with a smirk on his face. John. It's time. John presses a button as the Ravager, now surrounded by many grim bodies, starts to go haywire as sparks fly out of its head and metal parts start to pop off and fall to the ground. The Ravager lets out a loud glitchy roar and runs off towards the location it was originally sent before encountering the Grim. Everyone heard the glitchy roar, but Blake heard it the best and was able to somewhat pinpoint how far away it is from them. Blake. Guys, let's go this way instead, yeah. Ruby. Huh, but why? Weiss. Yeah, didn't you say the compound was this way? Blake. Yeah, but if we go this way, we'll still arrive at the compound, don't worry. Yang. Can't we just continue going this way? Blake. Listen guys, I promise. Weiss. Enough games, Blake, show us the wall. Blake. Move. Blake pushes Weiss out the way as the Ravager lunges out of the bushes and bites down on Harriet's leg. Harriet. H. Ruby. Harriet. The Ravager ragdolls Harriet a bit and then runs into the bushes as Ruby runs after the Ravager. Weiss. Ruby, wait, tch, Blake, help Yang up and come on. Weiss runs off as Blake sighs and picks up Yang and follows after Weiss as we see Ruby shooting at the Ravager, trying to stop it from running, but it's still going. Ruby. Don't worry miss, I am coming. Ruby runs after the Ravager, trying to save Harriet from it as she chases after it for a while until she runs through the woods and see the ruined Atlas compound. Ruby. The compound. Victor. Glad to see you could make it, Miss Rose. Ruby looks up to see Victor, who's on a hovering platform above her as she takes a shot at him, only for it to be sliced in half by Alina, shocking Ruby. Ruby. So fast. Victor. Surprising, isn't it? Alina lands on the ground and blitzes Ruby, who barely blocks a strike from her scythe and pushed her back and looks up at Victor. Ruby. Who are you and why are you doing this? Victor. Simple, really, total domination of Remnant and revenge. Ruby. Revenge. Victor. Yes, revenge. Alina blitzes Ruby about, but this time Ruby was prepared as she dashes at Alina and swings her scythe, only for Alina to duck and sweep. Ruby's legs and swing her scythe downward towards Ruby, but she blocks it and turns into a bunch of roses and gets back up on her feet. Victor. Interesting, I don't remember her doing that. Ruby. I don't know who you are, but we will stop you. Victor. Who's we? All I see is you. Ruby. Well, I'm not alone. And at that moment a barrage of icicles shoot towards Victor, who dodged out of the way and aims his staff in the direction the icicles came from and shot a streak of lightning blowing up the part of the forest as Blake and Weiss run out and jump towards Victor as Blake goes for a slash along with Weiss, only for Victor to move out of the way and smack Weiss upside the head and grab Blake by her tail and throw her towards Ruby, who can't catch her since she's occupied with Alina. Ruby. Damn it, I can't going back and forth with this one, I have to take him out. Victor. Any second now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And at that moment Hajime goes flying out of the forest and crashed into a pillar in the ruin, surprising Victor. Hajime. Groans in pain. Victor. Well, he's here, but he wasn't supposed to arrive that way. Then Pyrrha and Winter arrive and see the three girls, Ruby fighting Alina and Blake and Weiss fighting the Ravager. Winter. The compound, but where's Harriet? Winter runs towards the injured Harriet to check if she's okay or even alive as Pyrrha looks up seeing Victor and wastes no time and shoots a shot at him, only for the bullet to stop midair, shocking her as the bullet turns around, now aiming at Pyrrha. Victor. What a pathetic attempt. Victor pushed one finger forward as the bullet speeds towards Pyrrha and hits her in the ear, making her fall to her knees. Victor. I know you're better than that, Nikos. Pyrrha. How does he know my last name? Victor. Well, as much as I'd like to see my plan unfold, I've got place to be, things to sell and people to eliminate. Victor rode his foot in the hovering platform as it uses a gravity beam and brings Hajime to it as Victor grabs Hajime's arm and puts him in the platform. Victor. Bye-bye now. Ruby. You're not going anywhe. Alina blitzed behind Ruby and goes for the back of her head, knowing she won't turn her head in time, but Yang runs out the forest and punches Alina in the back, sending her crashing into the Atlas ruins. Ruby. Yang. Hey, I ain't easy to kill. Victor. You will pay dearly for that. Victor pressed a button as a portal opens up in the ruins of the compound as a whole pack of robo-dogs comes through the portal. Weiss. Oh great, another one. Victor. Meet the Ravager 2.0. Victor. Have fun, ladies. Victor flies away as Alina gets back up and runs after her father, leaving the group to deal with the pack of Ravagers. Ruby. That's a lot of guns. Yang. Yeah, that's not a good sight to see. Run. The group run back into the forest as the pack of Ravagers let loose on the group, who duck down and continue running into the forest. The pack of 2.0 Ravagers howl and run after the group and start hunting them down. While Team RWBY and the others flee from the pack of Ravagers hunting them down, we cut back over to Izuku, who's been very busy these past few days. He's been planning out his next move carefully and decided on what to do next as we see him and his friends in a meeting room. Nagant. Okay, run the plan by us one more time. Izuku. We'll use the bomber aircrafts that we constructed to bomb certain parts of the city. We'll take out the hero agencies, the Safety Commission building, and finally UA itself. Issei. So basically you're telling me we're gonna bomb the city? Izuku. Pretty much. Issei. Haha, I've never felt happiness until this moment. Nagant. Don't start all that damn screaming. Tadano. When do we begin? Izuku. At dawn. They won't be expecting a bombing run early in the morning. Nagant. But who's gonna fly them? We've got 4 of those things, and last time I checked Makoto couldn't fly a plane. Makoto. And I'm pretty sure none of our goons are qualified pilots. Izuku. As long as they don't crash the bomber, then that's fine with me. Naoto. What if we use those gyrocopters Tadano created as well? Turn this into an aerial attack. Izuku. How many are there? Tadano. 30. Izuku. Make 55, then we'll be in business. Tadano. It shall be done. Izuku. We'll attack tomorrow at dawn, understand? Izuku squad. Hi. Izuku. Good, now go and prepare. Izuku and his team walk off to prepare for the upcoming attack as we cut over to the city where we see the heroes discussing on what to do now. Endeavor. So we don't have any information from the guys we did capture on the night of the attack. Ryaku. Nope. Mirko. And not only that, parts of the city are in shambles. Edgeshot. Death and destruction reek throughout the city streets. Endeavor. Damn it, Hawks. What do we do? Endeavor. We gotta find that kid and put a stop to this. Uabami. Obviously, but there's just one problem with that statement: we don't know where he went. Mirko. We have little to no information on the kid's whereabouts. Ryaku. Well, we gotta look somewhere. Mount Lady. But where? Night Eye. Perhaps I can shine some light on the situation. Everyone looks over to see Night Eye and the big three along with him as Night Eye puts a file down on the table and slides it towards Endeavor, who opens it seeing photos of a base in the jungle near the ocean. Endeavor. A secret base in the jungle. Hawks. How did you get these? Night Eye. Drones. Mirio. We know where he is. We can end this right now, sir. Just say the word. Endeavor. Are you sure the kid's there? Night Eye. It's a guarantee. Endeavor. Gather every hero fit for battle, we're going in. Mirko. Oh hell yeah. Hawks. Ready as I'll ever be. Fat gum. Let's end this. The heroes leave to prepare for the raid on the base as we cut over to Aizawa, who's sleeping in his empty classroom until his phone goes off, waking him up as he gets up and takes out his phone. Aizawa. Hello, Emi. Hey Shota. Aizawa. Sai Emi, what do you want? Emi. They found him, that Izuku kid. Aizawa. Huh, Emi. He's got a base in the jungle, we're preparing for a raid, we'll definitely need you there. Aizawa. On it, mind if I bring some backup? Emi. By all means. Aizawa hangs up and gets out of his sleeping bag and runs towards the teacher's lounge, and once he gets there he opens the door seeing Midnight. Midnight. Shota, what are you? Aizawa. Where's Hazashi? Midnight. Mike, I don't know why. Aizawa. They found Izuku's location. Midnight. For real? Aizawa. Yes. Midnight. We gotta go. Aizawa. Not without Mike, come on. The two run off to find present Mike, but unknown to them Nezu is in his office watching the two run through the halls. Nezu. Wonder what's going on. Let's see. Nezu now with one hand types on the computer keyboard as he now hears the conversation through the computer. If you don't remember, Makoto bit Nezu's hand off when he got caught, so now he's got a hook for a right hand. Nezu watches the two running around the place until they find present Mike as Nezu listens in on the conversation. Midnight. Mike, there you are. Present Mike. Hey guys, something happened. Aizawa. They found problem child. Present Mike. Really? Midnight. SSSHH, hush up man. Present Mike. Where is he? Aizawa. Some jungle base or something, the other heroes are initiating a raid. Present Mike. Well, what are we standing here for? Let's go get the little listener. Midnight. We're gonna need more than just us three, you know. Aizawa. Don't worry, I've got an idea, follow me. The three run off as Nezu, who heard the whole conversation, smiles and gets an idea of his own. Nezu. Now Shota think he'll only take 1B along with him, but I've got other plans. Nezu cuts over to the 1B dorm, seeing some of the students sitting around doing whatever until the door opens as Reiko looks over to see the three teachers. Reiko. Senseis. Rin. Why are you three here? Aizawa. Where's the rest of your class? Jirota. In their rooms, upset or asleep. Aizawa. Mike. Present Mike. On it, ahem. SKIIIIIIIIIIWOOOOO. The others that were asleep woke up as the rest of class 1B come downstairs wondering what's going on. Tetsu. What time is it? Kendo. Yon sensei, what's going on? Aizawa. Now that you're all here, I've got some good news. The pro heroes found Izuku's location. The class were shocked and surprised by this sudden revelation as they smiled and got excited hearing this, especially Akemi. Akemi. Really? Present Mike. Yep, we're headed there now. Narengeki. Look, now I know it's none of our business, sensei, but can we tag along? Aizawa. Yep. Monoma. Of course, the protective teachers of you. They wouldn't let their precious student wait. What? Aizawa. Get in your hero suits and get ready, you're coming with us. Class 1B. Yes, SI. Aizawa. But, you won't be doing this alone. Kanoko. Huh, what do you mean? Aizawa looks over as everyone else looks over at what Aizawa's looking at as they look over to see the 1A dorm and start to put the pieces together as Akeno was the first to say something. Akemi. Absolutely the fuck not. Sen. I'm not working with the guys who started this whole mess. Monoma. Those 1A scum are the cause of this whole thing, why drag them along, they'll only get in the way. Yui. Or worse, cause even more problems. Aizawa. You all have valid points, but I'll keep them in line while Vlad will be leading you all as usual. Juzo. Just keep them away from me and we're good. Aizawa. Got it, now go get in your hero suits. Class 1B. Hi. Class 1B run off to prepare as Aizawa Midnight and Present Mike walk over towards the 1A dorm. Aizawa. You two go on ahead, I'll inform mine about the news. Present Mike. You sure? Aizawa. Don't worry, I can handle these brats. The two nod and walk away as Aizawa reaches the damaged 1A dorm and opens the door, seeing nobody in the lobby. Aizawa. Brats, come down here, I got something to tell you lot, brats. Aizawa walks into the dorm and heads up the stairs and knocks on Sato's door, only for nobody to open the door, confusing Aizawa as he walks back downstairs. Aizawa. Suit yourself, less headache for me. Aizawa was about to leave until he noticed a sticky note on the couch. As he pulls it off and reads it as it says, "Going after Izuku from Denki page as Zero was here." Aizawa. Frustrated groan, these fucking kids. Aizawa runs out of the dorm and goes to look for Midnight and Mike. While looking for them, he calls Miss Joke back as she instantly picks up the phone. Emmy. You never call back, what's going on? Aizawa. My dumbass students are going after Problem Child alone, start the raid now. Emmy. Okay, hangs up *. Hey everyone, we gotta start now. Najire. What, why? Emmy. Aizawa's class is out looking for the Dreadnaught right now, we gotta go. Endeavor. Damn it Shoto, how many SWAT trucks do we have? Naomasa. 5 each, full of heavily armed troops. Endeavor. That's good enough, let's move out people, let's go. The heroes and SWAT lock and load as they head for Izuku's secret jungle base, as we cut back over to Aizawa, who finds the two others along with Vlad. Vlad. You're back, where's your students? Aizawa. They're already out, headed for the jungle. Midnight. Oh goddammit, those kids are gonna get themselves killed. Present Mike. We gotta move. The four run off to go get Class 1B as we cut over to Class 1A, who are together in the forest headed for the jungle in hopes of finding Izuku's base before anyone else. Jiro. Okay, so what's the plan once we get there? Denki. It's simple, we get there, we find Izuku, we apologize to him, we take him back to you. A for rehab and everything goes back to normal, right? Jiro smacks Denki upside the head for that dumbass sentence that came out of his mouth. Jiro. Idiot, it's never that easy. Isik. Yeah, and remember what that wolf guy said before, Izuku has it out for us all. Mina. But I don't wanna hurt Izuku. Uraraka. Yeah, me neither. Katsuki. Look, it's either us or him and I choose him. Izumi. Don't you go overboard, catch on, we want to knock him out, not kill him. Katsuki. Wasn't planning on killing the nerd, so calm your tits already. Izumi. TCH. Shoji. By the way, do any of you guys know where Mineta went? Momo. Who knows, he rarely talks to us anymore, but I'm sure he's looking for Izuku. Zero. Hey, little does he know we're going the right way towards the base. Denki. Yeah, I bet Mineta is pissed right about now. We cut over to Mineta, who in fact was the first to arrive, as he's been scouting out the place looking for a way in. Mineta. Okay, lots of guards patrolling the area, but I can still see some blind spots here and there, but once I'm inside it'll be a lot harder to get around. Mineta drops down from the tree he was in and sneaks around in the bushes, hiding from the many guards patrolling the area as he reaches one of area with fewer guards. Guard. You heard about what the boss is planning? Guard. What? Guard. Some of the guys are learning how to fly copters and planes for a bombing run on the city tomorrow. Guard. Whoa, for real? Guard. Hell yeah man, it's gonna be wicked. Mineta. Is that so? Before the two guys could turn their heads, Mineta slams both their noggins together, knocking them unconscious as he grabs the two by the back of their collars and drags them into the bushes, and after a few minutes Mineta walks out the bushes in a guard's uniform. Mineta. Alright, let's do this. Mineta walks towards the huge building, preparing for whatever happens as he enters with no difficulty and starts looking around. Mineta. So this is their secret base, I gotta find those planes and destroy them before the heroes arrive. Mineta walks through the base as guards walk by him, not thinking anything suspicious as Mineta looks around for the planes until he hears screaming in a room. Mineta. What the? Mineta walked away, but the screams of pain and agony got louder as he couldn't take it anymore and speed walked over there to stop whatever's going on, and once he gets to the room he peeks in to see 4 surgeons of death working on one person. Surgeon. Success calculation has increased by 57%. Subject is very resilient to pain. Fanatic. If it means I can ascend to greater heights, then I shall, in the name of the Dreadnaught. Surgeon of death. More pain killers perhaps. Fanatic. And no pain is ascension. Surgeon of death. As you wish. The surgeons go back to their experiment as Mineta is put to shock and speed walks away. Mineta. These guys are crazy. Is Izuku's influence really that strong? Mineta shivers and walks off, still in search for the planes, as he walks around the place for a while until he hears the sound of metal, blowtorches and buzzsaws as he peeks his head in to see a bunch of construction bots building up the planes and gyrocopters, shocking Mineta. Mineta. Holy crap, that's a lot of helicopters. Nagant. Hey. Mineta gets spooked and turns around to see Nagant glaring at him as he gets concerned that his cover might be blown. Nagant. The hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be outside guarding the place. Mineta. Oh yeah, about that. See, I had left my lunch inside the building, so I came back to grab it. Nagant. So you work with machines, huh? Mineta. No, why? Nagant. So why the hell are you here? The cafeteria is far from here. Mineta. Oh shit. Before Mineta could say anything else, Nagant grabbed him by the throat and put her rifle to his forehead. Nagant. Who the fuck are you? Mineta. Shit, I can't die here, I work here. Nagant. Hard to tell, so tell me this, what's stopping me from blowing your head off right now? Mineta. Think, Hail or got the Dreadnaught. Nagant. Not buying it. Nagant. Goodbye. Mineta. No wait. Boom. The two heard a sudden explosion outside as the alarm started to go, God, alerting everyone that they're under attack as Nagant looks over at Mineta only to get kicked in the chin, letting Mineta go as he takes off his guard disguise and pulls out his staff. Nagant. You sure you're ready for this, little boy? Mineta. Where's Izuku? Nagant. I ain't saying shit. Nagant shoots at Mineta, who dodged and rushes her as she jumps up and shoots another shot, only for Mineta to dodge and throw 3 shurikens at Nagant, who midair spun her body, dodging the 3 shurikens as she lands and cocks her rifle arm back. Mineta. All she has is that rifle. If I can get close in person, then this'll be easy. Nagant looks around the room and then suddenly shoots 4 inches away from Mineta, who smirks and runs at her, but he notices she's just standing there. Mineta. Why isn't she preparing for my attack? Unless. The bullet that Nagant shot bounced off of a metal pipe and ricocheted back to Mineta, who looks behind him and dodges getting shot, but the bullet grazed his side. Mineta. Gah. Nagant. Impressive, but how long can you keep this up is the question. Nagant takes some of her hair, making a bullet, and starts rubbing it in between her thumb and finger, sharpening the hair bullet as she reloads and aims at Mineta's head, then shoots as Mineta jumps out of the way while the bullet penetrates through the wall, still flying, and hits a gas tank outside, blowing up anyone unfortunate enough to be too close to it. Mineta. Holy crap, that was close. Mineta looks back at Nagant, who's reloading her rifle, as he pulls out a smoke bomb and throws it down, sending smoke out as Nagant sees this and gets into a fighting stance. Nagant. Patience, he'll come to you, just wait. Nagant looked around the place, not seeing him anywhere until she looked over to see Mineta near the planes as she takes aim and shoots at him as Mineta dodges again and throws down another smoke bomb. Alright, you little bastard, that's how you wanna do this, fine. Nagant air walks up towards the ceiling and takes 4 pieces of hair and turns them into bullets as she puts all 4 bullets in the chamber and looks for Mineta as she sees him planting bombs on the planes. Nagant. No you don't. Nagant rapid fires the 4 bullets as they speed towards Mineta, who dodges 1 and 2 while the third one grazed his side, but the 4th one hit him in the abdomen. Mineta. Blarg. Mineta hits the ground, holding his wound in pain as Nagant lands on the ground and puts the rifle to his head. Nagant. Any last words? Mineta. Just one. Smoke bomb. Mineta crushes the smoke bomb in his hand as smoke erupts everywhere as Mineta escapes and pulls out the bomb detonator. Mineta. And kabu. Bang bang bang. A bullet pierced through Manetta's left shoulder right leg and his gut, making him fall down, dropping the detonator as Nagant walks out of the smoke irritated. Nagant. No more games, kid, this ends here. Manetta. If I'm gonna die, at least let me do one good thing before I go, let me do one last heroic thing. Nagant aimed at the back of Manetta's head, but before she could shoot him, the wall to the garage was smashed down by Fatgum, who was thrown through the wall. This caught Nagant's attention as Manetta noticed and crawled over to the detonator and pressed it, and then boom! One bomber plane exploded as Nagant saw this and looked back at Manetta, who smiled under his mask. Manetta. Okay, I'm happy now. Nagant. You little foo. Nagant. Ah. Nagant fell to her knees, seeing her rifle arm sliced up as she looks over to see Edgeshot had arrived and sliced her using his quirk. Edgeshot. So you're the assassin known as Lady Nagant, huh? Nagant. TCH, lucky bastard. Nagant starts air walking as Edgeshot was about to do something until Warwick crashed through the wall towards Fatgum. Warwick. Oh, fat buoy. Fatgum. EDGESHOT. Edgeshot turned his attention toward Warwick and sent his strings at him, but Warwick jumps up, dodged them, and still ran towards Fatgum, who was badly wounded. As Warwick got closer to Fatgum, Mirko blitzed through the hole in the wall and drop-kicked Warwick in the face, sending him flying into the wall. Fatgum. Thanks, Mirko. Mirko. No problem, you two get out of here, cracks Knuckles, the wolf is mine. Warwick. Oh, I've been waiting to see you again, Bunny, I've got something special for your ass. Warwick hit his robotic arm as it transformed from a claw into a cannon. Warwick. Let's see how you like this. Warwick jumps up into the air and spraying plasma all over the garage as Mirko dodges while Fatgum and Edgeshot run off, but not before Fatgum notices Manetta and duns towards him, picking him up and running off, leaving Mirko and Warwick. Warwick. No extra help, no backup, just me and you, rabbit. Mirko. I like those terms. Time to skin the big bad wolf. Warwick. Time to collect my lucky rabbit's foot. The two run at each other and then jump up into the air as Mirko sends a devastating kick at Warwick, who sends a devastating punch at her face as the two attacks collide, Mirko getting punched in the face while Warwick got kicked in the jaw as the two both sent each other spiraling back down to the ground, crashing into the ground, kicking up lots of dust. We cut over to Izuku, who's deep down in the base, hearing all the commotion up there as he knows what's going on. Izuku. Seems we have been discovered. Izuku pops open his belly compartment and grabs Poka and puts her down on the ground. Poka. Papa, is everything okay? Izuku. Everything will be fine, my child. Things are quite noisy upstairs, so I'm leaving you with Tadano, he'll keep you company. Poka. Okay. Izuku signals Tadano to come to him, which he does as Izuku leans down to Tadano's level. Izuku. Whisper if things don't turn out well. When I say go, you escape and take her with you, understand? Tadano. Hi, Izuku. Good, and one more thing, wake up the super soldiers. Tadano smirks and presses a button as we cut back up to the surface where the heroes are fighting against the warriors of Zon, both on equal terms, until the ground suddenly bursted up as 6 pods burst out of the ground and open up as the heroes see Tadano's latest creations. The chemical super soldiers are biohazards. One biohazard opens fire, spewing acid at some heroes, burning their flesh and melting them alive, shocking the other heroes, as another biohazard spews out green fire at a group of heroes, causing them to burn and turn to ashes in a layer of seconds. The biohazards pushed back the heroes by a little bit as the was pushed forward, taking the fight to the heroes as Izuku starts making his way up to the surface. Izuku. They will regret taking me on, thinking of me so lightly. I'll make sure to up the doses of pain now. Zon calls for its headsman. We start where we left off as we see the raiding party being pushed back by the WAS warriors of Zon, who now have the super soldiers on their side, known as biohazards. Endeavor. TCH, damn machines, jet burn. Endeavor shoots a streak of flames at one of the biohazards, only for the biohazard to shoot chem flames at Endeavor's flames, overpowering his flames, shocking him, but he pushes through and overpowers the biohazard, knocking it down. Fanatic. Super soldier down. Fanatic. Throw yourselves at the heroes to protect what is more valuable. Some fanatics dig in their pockets and pull out syringes full of chems as they sticks themselves and go into a berserker-like state and either start mutating or charging headfirst towards the heroes with no fear. Chem berserker. For the Dreadnaught. Random hero. Stop them. Some heroes try to stop the incoming Chem Berserkers only to be cleaved in half or trampled and crushed beneath their feet as they get closer to the heroes' lines until Katsuki jumped up in the air charging up a big bang. Katsuki. AP Scattergun. Katsuki fired a scatter shot at the Chem Berserkers, sending some of them flying back or damaging them, but then one Berserker jumped out of the smoke readying a swing, surprising Katsuki. Chem Berserker. Die. But before the Berserker could do anything, he was suddenly smacked by an incoming log, sending the Berserker crashing into some Wa's infantry, as Izumi was the one who threw the log. Izumi. Not on my watch. Denki. The cavalry has arrived. Denki gets flung into the air by Tsuyu as he gets right above the Wa's gunners and sends a streak of lightning at them, electrocuting them, knocking them unconscious as Dark Shadow flies up and grabs Denki and brings him back to them. Ojiro. You okay, Denki? Denki. Musical notes. I'm a banana, I'm a banana. I'm a banana. Musical notes. Jiro. Groan. He's gone dumb again. Jiro jabs her ear jacks into Denki's ears and vibrates them for a few seconds as Denki snaps back to reality. Denki. Ha, what happened? Where are we? Jiro. And just like he's back. Ojiro. Did you have you fuck with his earlobes? Bang. The three look over to see a Hirohei shot through the heart, causing mostly everyone to duck down as we see Nagant on the roof of the base picking off heroes along with Naoto. Naoto. I got 4 heroes trying to flank the left side. Nagant. I see them. Bang. Nagant shoots a shot as it ricochets off a forklift and diagonal hits all 4 heroes through the head, killing them. Then Naoto looks over to see a bunch of ectoplasm clones running towards the hole in the base. Naoto. We got a lot incoming. Nagant. Don't sweat it. Naoto looks, seeing the clones getting closer, only for 2 biohazards to block his path and fire acidic flames, burning away the ectoplasm clones. Nagant. See, no problem. Naoto. I see. Midnight. Damn it, we can't get close with all this gunfire. Wa's bombardier. Fire. 5 bombardiers shoot gas grenades up into the sky towards the heroes' lines, only for Endeavor to shoot a streak of flames at the incoming grenades, making them explode in the air instead, but also polluting the air with poison chemicals. Wa's commander. Mask on. The warriors of Zon start to put on gas mask to stay alive and continue getting closer to the heroes' lines, while some of the heroes try to retreat back into the jungle only to get shot down by gunfire. Aizawa. Crap, that ain't good. Vlad. We need gas mask now. Katsuki. Oi, crafting table. Momo. On it. Momo started mass-producing gas mask before the poison could reach the heroes, but even still the warriors of Zon were slowly getting closer and closer until the sound of tires screeching was heard as the warriors look over only to see Night Eye, the big 3, and a ton of heavily armed SWAT. Wa's commander. Incoming. Naomasa. Go go go. The SWAT forces rush in and start shooting at the warriors of Zon, who do the same, both sides now focused on each other. The heroes see this and either head for the base or decide to help out and flank the warriors' backside. Isik. The way in is right there, come on. Isik runs ahead as Class 1A follow behind him. Aizawa see this and groans in irritation as he chases after his class. Aizawa. Wait, you damn brats. Present Mike. Aizawa duck. Aizawa hearing this thinks fast as he throws his scarf ahead below the clasped feet, then tug it, causing them all to trip as he falls with them barely dodging a bullet from Naoto. Aizawa. Nice call, Mike. Present Mike. AHA, you know I got yo. Bang. Mike got shot through the throat, shocking both Aizawa and Midnight, who were horrified by this. Midnight. Hazashi. Naoto. TCH, damn loud mouth. Nagant. I got the other one. Nagant aims at Midnight, but before she can shoot her, Aizawa finds her and uses his quirk to disable hers before she can fire, as Nagant can't shoot her shot and looks over to see Aizawa. Nagant. Damn it, that guy's a problem. Naoto. We've been spotted, let's go. The two ran off as Aizawa and Midnight rush over to present Mike to see he's still alive, just gushing blood from his throat. Aizawa. We gotta get him out of here fast. Midnight. I got him, you just keep those dumbass kids alive.
Aizawa. Fine. Midnight picks up Mike and runs off to find a medic as Aizawa turns back around only to see Class 1A going through the hole in the wall into the Wa's base. Aizawa. These fucking kids. Aizawa chases after his class as we see Class 1A enter into the hangar, where they see it's basically destroyed from Mirko and Warwick's fierce battle. Sato. Damn, this place is a mess, Isik. Okay guys, let's stick together and search the place. Katsuki. Screw that mess. Katsuki flies on ahead, leaving the class behind to go find Izuku by himself. Izumi. Katsuki, wait, we don't know what's in here. Kirishima. Too late, he's already gone. Isik. Forget him, let's start searching the place. Aizawa. Wait. The class turn around to see a pissed off Aizawa who's really livid at this point. Izumi. Sensei, wait before you say anything. Aizawa. Zip it, Yagi. First off, how the hell did you know about this place? Lida. Oh, Principal Nezu told us. Aizawa. That damn rat is gonna us all killed. Why? Kirishima. So we can find Izuku, of course, why else? Aizawa. So what, you were just gonna fight your way to him like it's a video game? Shiro. Yeah, pretty much. Aizawa. Aizawa. All those months of teaching these kids just for them to have zero battle tactics. Grown, just stay by me. And where the hell is? Crash. The class look over only to see a badly beaten Katsuki on a thin line between life and death, and then they see Izuku come out along with one of his personal guard. Izuku. It seems the rats have crawled out of their holes to meddle around. Isik. Good God, the last users were right. Izumi. Oh, Oni-chan. Izuku. Izuku, Yagi died long ago, allow me to take you to him. Izuku immediately opened fire as the class and Aizawa scattered around the place. Izuku. Make them suffer. Head taker. Your will shall be done, Lord, or go. The head taker blitzes towards the closest group, which is Kirishima, Momo, Ojiro and Denki. As Kirishima sees the head taker in range, he hardens up and gets into a block stance as the head taker swings sideways, breaking through Kirishima's hard skin and sliced him. Kirishima. Blarg. Ojiro. Kirishima. Denki. 500 million volts. Denki puts both hands on the ground and sends 500 bolts at the head taker, who gets hit by the electricity only to tank it and jump up into the air, then throw his axe as Denki jumps back, dodging the attack as the head taker lands and picks his axe back up. Head taker. I have endured countless acts of pain and torture upon my very soul. Your attacks mean nothing. The head taker dashes at Denki and goes to cut his head off, only for Momo to create a shield and throw it at Denki, who uses it to block the attack only. For the head taker to slide through the shield with no problem, then grab Denki by the neck and start slowly choking him. Head taker. I'll let you savor your last breaths, child. Isik. Isik punched the head taker, sending him into the deep wall, then looks over at Izuku, seeing him dealing with Uraraka, Sato, Shoji and Tsuyu as he goes in to help out. Isik. Smash. Izuku, hearing Isik, gets into a block stance as Isik hits Izuku, who slides back and turns his fist back into a machine gun and rapid fires, causing the group to scatter again. Isik. Damn it, we need to take out that machine gun. Izuku. I know your every weakness, fools, there's no way out of this. Suddenly Tsuyu's tongue wrapped around Izuku's throat as she tried to choke him unconscious, but Izuku gripped her tongue and turned his machine gun into a saw blade as Tsuyu sees this and tries pulling her tongue back, but Izuku isn't letting go, and then he sliced half her tongue clean off. Tsuyu. Class 1A. Tsuyu. Izuku. Honestly, what did you expect to happen?
Uraraka. Izuku, stop please, we're your friends. Izuku. You died the moment you left fear and doubt take over your minds. Izuku took Tsuyu's tongue off of his neck and throws it to the side, then turns his giant sawblade arm into a flamethrower and shoots a fireball at the class as Shoto puts up an ice wall blocking the attack. Shoto. How many weapons does he have implanted in that cyber arm?
Shoto fires a streak of flames at Izuku, who turns his flamethrower into a shield and blocks the flames. Shoto. And of course he has a shield. Shoto increases the heat, pushing Izuku back a bit, but the shield doesn't melt or anything as Izuku activates the mini cannons on his crab legs to fire globs of acid at Shoto, who sees this and dodges out of way. Sato. Even his legs are weapons. Ojiro. It's like he's a living weapon. Izuku. Exactly then the head taker comes back out of the wall and dashes at Izumi and swings his axe down, but Izumi uses her telekinesis to stop the axe from splitting her in two, but the head taker slowly pushes down, ignoring Izumi's quirk, but then Dark Shadow pushes Izumi out of the way as the head taker swings down, hitting Dark Shadow, not doing anything. Head taker. Gur Tokiyami. Now Dark Shadow binds the headtaker's feet in place as Sato and Shoji both rush in to attack the headtaker, who swings down, breaking the floor beneath his feet, sending the two boys flying back and releasing himself from Dark Shadow's grasp. Headtaker. You damn rats! The headtaker rushes Isik, who runs at him and charges up 44% of OFA as the headtaker swings his axe, but Isik ducks and uppercuts the headtaker, sending him into the air and crashing into the ground. Isik. Hot easy. Headtaker groans, then looks at Izuku. Lord Ergo. Izuku. You disappoint me. Izuku turns around, shocking the headtaker as he immediately gets on his knees, shaking. Headtaker. No, wait master, please, I can still. Izuku. Unworthy. Headtaker. Ojiro. What's going on right now? Headtaker. Goddamn rats! The headtaker throws his helmet off and digs in his pocket and pulls out 5 red chem syringes and stabs them into his neck, injecting himself with blood chems that almost immediately take effect as he goes from a man to a 10-foot-tall beast of a man, shocking the class and Aizawa. Headtaker. I'll drag you rats to the gates of hell with me. The headtaker jumps at the class, ready to go ape shit as the class scatter out of the way. Then the headtaker smashes into the ground, destroying the whole hangar floor, causing the class to fly up in the air a bit as the headtaker lets out a booming roar, sending everyone flying into the hangar walls as Izuku watches from afar. Izuku. Blood chems. It's a certain strand of chem we created for those who either themselves deem unworthy. They'll only have 20 minutes to live before succumbing to the effects of the blood chems, and since he took 5, he'll have about 4 minutes to live. Was soldier. Ergo sir. Izuku. What is it? Was soldier. The front entrance has been breached by the boom. A sudden explosion was heard, along with the sound of warriors screaming and flying into the walls as the smoke cleared to reveal the SWAT and pro heroes along with V and Caitlyn, and to Izuku's somewhat surprise he sees Inko and All Might, who's now got a prosthetic for his right arm. Izuku. Hee. The rats gather together and resist the grasp of death, it seems. Inko. My baby boy. What have I done? Endeavor. Stand down, kid, it doesn't have to end like this. Izuku. I will not go down so easily, flame hero, so allow me to be your torturer. Izuku turned his machine gun hand into a Tesla blaster and immediately shot a streak of lighting at the heroes, electrocuting all of them as he chuckled sadistically. Izuku. Allow me to introduce you to pain properly. Endeavor. No, I can't die like this. Hawks. I have to get back up. Ryuku. So much electricity. Night Eye. The pain is too much. Emi. Can't endure. Might pass out. Inko. Fight through, you have to in order to save Izuku. All Might. I must right my wrongs, I can't die now. Izuku. You will all die slowly and die screaming, that I can guarantee. Akemi. Enough. Izuku, hearing Akemi's voice, looked up only for shards of glass to fly past him, not slicing him, but one sliced his breather halfway as chems leaked out on the floor, causing Izuku to gasp for air as his legs started to stumble, shocking Akemi. Akemi. Shit, I didn't mean for that to happen. Was soldier. Master URGOT. Izuku. Gasp. G get huff. G get me gasp. Was soldier. Someone get the generals now. Some soldiers run off to go find the generals, while some stay back to fight as some other try to help Izuku escape and find something to fix his breather. Was soldier. Gets on walkie-talkie. Ergo is hit. I repeat, Ergo is hit. We need assist and escape route now.
Akano. Oh god, no please Izuku, survive, I didn't mean it. Night Eye. Quick, get him while he's weakened. Was soldier. We'll die before we let you get an inch nearer. Got. The soldiers open fire on the heroes, only for Endeavor to send a streak of flames at the soldiers, burning them but not killing them as the heroes slowly get back up or don't get up at all. Random hero. He's getting away. All Might. I got him. Was Zealot. I'll take you all with me. A zealot pulls out 2 grenades and pulls the pins, causing everyone who can move to run back, leaving him and the heroes who can't move or can barely move. Random hero. No wait, don't. Was Zealot. Glory to got the Dreadnaught. *BOOOM. The zealot blew himself and any unfortunate hero up, killing 17 heroes and 12 SWAT while the rest got away from the blast in time. Uabami. My god, these guys are insane. Night Eye. Get after him, go hurry. Night Eye and whatever amount of SWAT is left charge headfirst after Izuku while the others follow behind him as we see Izuku being escorted by wounded Warwick. Warwick. Huff, don't worry bossman, we're gonna get you out of here. Nagant. What happened? Was soldier. His breather is broken, he needs another one ASAP. Nagant. Where's Tadano and where are those surgeons he keeps around? Was soldier. We don't know ma. Nagant. Find him now.
Was soldier. Hi Was soldier. Rest assured we will get her go out of here in someplace safe if it's the last thing we do. Warwick. What about you Nagant? I'm in charge now and I want machine gun teams ready in 5 minutes. We're gonna hold them off for as long as possible and kill as many of these sons of bitches as possible. Was gunner. I like the sound of that Warwick. Where's the medical room? Was soldier. Not far. Come on Warwick. Nagant and her machine gunners stay back while Warwick speedwalks and carries Izuku to the medical room to get him a new breather. Nagant. Come on you sons of bitches, turn the corner. And after a few seconds the SWAT and Night Eye turn the corner only to see 6 machine gun barrels aimed at them, shocking them as Nagant gives the order. Nagant. Let it rip. Night Eye and the SWAT got riddled with machine gun fire while the few remaining SWAT members immediately ran back. SWAT. Fall back Nagant. Get them. The machine gunners chase after the few SWAT members as Nagant walks off to rally with Warwick, but Night Eye is still alive as he shakily digs in his pocket and takes out a pistol. Night Eye. I.1, T let you. Get away W with T. Bang. Night Eye dropped his pistol and went limp as Nagant quick scooped his in the head, then continued walking off. We cut over to Makoto, who's in the medical room looking for a replacement breather as the others try to keep Izuku awake and not close his eyes. Medic. Calm down and breath master or go just breath. Makoto. Where is the replacement breather? Medic. In the bottom drawer. Makoto. There's like 50 bottom DRAWES. Medic. The one by the wall. Makoto. There's 10 by the wall. Medic. Oh for fuck's sake. One of the medics runs over and opens the right drawer and pulls out another breather and runs back over to Izuku as another medic brings out a gallon of Chemtech. Medic. Chems. Medic. Got it. Medic. Stabilizers. Medic. Got it. Medic. Let's go. One of the medics takes off Izuku's broken breather as he gasps for air, only for the medic to put the new breather over his mouth as another medic connects the tubes and fills it with chems. Then another stabilizes Izuku, calming his nerves as he starts breathing properly again. Izuku. Cough cough cough. That was. To close. Makoto. Dude, we gotta get out of here. Izuku. Gather everyone not captured, we must move now. Izuku gets back control of his robotic body parts and starts moving again as Makoto follows and then lets out a howl, alerting everyone in the base. Was commander. A tactical retreat. Everyone fall back. Tactical retreat. The warriors of Zon follow orders and start running away only to escape into the jungle or get captured by heroes. Nagant caught up with the 2 boys as we see the 3 make it down into the underground part of the base where the rest are at. Nagant. Where the fuck were you guys? Tadano. I was working and just so happened to stumble upon these guys. Makoto. You weren't planning on leaving us behind, were you? Tadano. Oh of course not. What do I look like, a backstabber? Issei. Izuku. Dude, where do we go now? Izuku. Somewhere far away from here. Everyone in the submarine now. Tadano. Well, escape using the underwater cave that leads to the ocean. Nagant. Makoto. Issei. Naoto, Poka, Tadano, Dabi, Shigaraki, Compress, Toga and the rest all get on board, leaving only Izuku, Spinner and Twice. Spinner. All 3 of us won't fit in there. Twice. We're too big, only one big guy can fit. Izuku. I know it sounds selfish and I hate to say it, but will you 2 cover my escape? Twice. You gave me this badass mech suit, you have my loyalty. Spinner. We will hold them back for you, kid, it's the least we can do ever since you made us stronger. Izuku. Thank you too, you will not fight alone, I can assure you that. Spinner. What do you boom? Asterisk. The ground above them shook so suddenly as All Might and Isaac fell through the hole above and landed on the ground to see the 3. Spinner. All Might. Twice. What's with the robot arm? Don't copy the kid's flow. Izuku. So glad you both could make it. Isaac. Izuku. All Might. Izuku, this is your last warning, stand down please, I don't want it to hurt you. Izuku. Well, I do, but I don't have the time, so I'll leave you with a little gift. Izuku presses a button as the sound of steam and machinery starts hissing and moving around them. Izuku. It was not easy resurrecting him since I burned him, but I managed to bring him back. All Might. Burned who? What are you talking about, Izuku? Have you forgotten about your nemesis already? All Might. My name's... No, Izuku. That's right. Isik. Enough with this crap. What did you do then? Something was lowered down by chains revealing the upper half of some cyber demon as the cybernetic lower half armed with rockets and other weapons hovered up and attaches itself to the demon, waking it up from its sleep as it lands behind Izuku, who grins underneath his mask. Izuku. Isik, meet the man you were destined to defeat, and All Might, meet your nemesis again, all for one. Isik. All for one. But you killed him, All Might. This can't be. Izuku. What's wrong? I thought you would appreciate the man I chose. The great AFO thought to be dead reanimated by me to kill you. Some improvements on the design have been made, so I hope you enjoy. Undoubtedly one of my finest works, you too. Izuku turns his cyber arm into a grappling hook and speeds his way over to the submarine and gets inside, closing the door behind him, and the submarine submerges and drives off, leaving the base. Isik. No, he's getting away, Dad. We gotta go after him. Dad. All Might. No, why, you can't be him. You died, I saw it. AFO. Long time no see. Toshinori Yagi. We start where we left off as we see All Might and Izuku staring off against a mutated spinner, a mecha twice, and a resurrected All for One who now has become one of Izuku's greatest creations and Toshinori's ultimate bane, a Yagi hunter. AFO. What's the matter, old friend? You look petrified. Isik. Huh, petrified? No way, my dad kicked your evil ass back then and he can sure as hell do it again. AFO. Foolish and an ignorant child, you're the spitting image of your father when he was younger, a fool and a coward. Isik. The hell did you say, freak? ISSSC jumped at AFO ready to punch him, only for Spinner to blitz in between the two and hit Isik into the wall, shocking All Might. All Might. Isik. AFO. You two deal with the boy, I'll take care of my old friend. Twice. Roger. The two walk over to Isik, leaving All Might and AFO there as the two stare at one another. All Might. This doesn't make any sense. Izuku burned him alive. I saw it with my own eyes. This can't be. AFO. If you won't make the first move, then I will. AFO dashes at All Might and swings his chainsaw down at All Might, who barely dodged, only to get smacked away by AFO, who fired 3 shots at the number 1 hero, who got back up and easily dodged the incoming hellfire. All Might. Okay, calm down, Toshinori, you can do this. He doesn't have his legs, so he shouldn't be that FA. Before All Might could finish his thoughts, AFO pulled his upper half off from his cybernetic lower half and shot himself towards the horrified All Might. AFO. You're finished. All Might barely dodges the incoming chainsaw as AFO spins back around and fires 6 shots at All Might, who dodges most of them but got hit by the last shot, sending him crashing into the wall as his side burns like hell. All Might. AARRGHAFO. Stings. Don't worry, I won't kill you yet. I'm gonna enjoying watching you suffer. Isik. Get the hell away from my dad. Isik runs at AFO only to get whacked into the wall by Spinner, who roars at Isik as Twice fires an acid shot at Isik, who gets out of the wall and charges up OFA, surprising AFO. Isik. Delaware SMA Ga. Isik got shot in the back by AFO, burning his back as Spinner swung his mace, hitting Isik in the chest and sending him spiraling through the air as Twice rapid-fired acid shots at Isik, who saw them coming and dodged them all. Isik. Okay, stick to your original quirk. Got it, AFO. So he's the new user of OFA. Huh, how hilarious. Isik lands on the ground and runs at the two as Spinner runs at Isik and swings his mace, only for Isik to jump over the attack and spin kick Spinner across the face, only for Spinner to bite down onto Isaac's leg. Isik. All Might. Isik Ga. All Might gets hit with AFO's cannon arm, sending him rolling across the floor as AFO activates some poison tendrils and sends them at All Might, who sees the incoming tendrils and sends an air punch, stopping the tendrils from reaching him as All Might jumps up into the air and throws a strong air punch at AFO, who moves to the side, dodging the attack. AFO. This is pitiful. What happened to my old nemesis? Because all I see now is a fool in a costume. All Might. You want the old me? You got it. All Might sent a flurry of air punches at AFO, who rapid-fired a bunch of hellfire shots at All Might, who got hit twice and crashed into the ground, putting a small crater in the ground. All Might. Groan. Come on, get up, you must put this evil back into the grave. All Might tries to get back up on his feet only for AFO to grab him by the head and lift him up off the ground. AFO. Once I'm done playing with you, your family is next. All Might. Smash. All Might using his cybernetic fist punches AFO in the chest, sending him back as All Might glares at AFO, then looks over at Isaac to see he's cornered, so he dashes over to the 3 and punches Spinner in the back, sending him into the wall. Twice. Spinner twice changes his gun arm into a fist and throws a punch at All Might, only for All Might to catch Twice's fist and throw him into the wall. All Might. You alright, my boy Izuku? Yeah, thanks da, watch out. All Might turns around only to get hit across the face with AFO's cannon arm, then grabbed by a bunch of robotic tendrils as AFO throws All Might to the side and looks at Izuku and aims his cannon arm at him. AFO. Show me how powerful the spawn of OFA as AFO shoots at Isaac, who jumps to the side and runs at AFO, charging up 20% of OFA as he throws a punch at AFO, who dodged and swings his chainsaw arm at Izuku, who jumps back and runs off only for AFO to chase after him. AFO. Are you afraid, child? Good Isaac. I am not scared of you. Isaac smirks as he grabs a large pipe and swings his whole body, swinging the pipe, hitting AFO across the face, sending him sliding back. Isaac. I'll beat you, then I'll find Izuku and defeat him. AFO. You are nothing, boy. AFO rapid fired his cannon at Isaac, who runs forward dodging the blast as he jumps up into the air planning to throw an air punch, only for AFO to shoot a hook at Isaac, stabbing through his gut, making Isaac cough up blood. All Might. Isaac. AFO. I told you, Toshinori, I'll make sure you suffer. AFO then pulls Isaac towards him, ready to cleave him in half, but before Isaac could reach AFO, a sudden block of cement smacked AFO, sending him into the wall as Isaac falls to the ground, only to be caught by none other than Inko.
Inko. Oh my baby, I'm sorry for being late. All Might. Inko. Inko. Don't worry, you're not alone. Then more and more heroes arrive, backing up All Might as AFO sees the many hero reinforcements and smirks to the best of his ability. AFO. Me standing against the many heroes just like old times, huh, old friend? Twice. This is bad. Spinner. Do not fret, Twice, we swore to God we'd buy him time and that we shall. AFO. No need for the assistance, you two can leave now. Twice. You sure, boss? That's a lot of heroes you gotta fight. AFO. I eat heroes for breakfast. Literally. Twice. Okay, good to know. Spinner jumped into the water and swam off towards the ocean as Twice activated his jetpack thrusters and flew away, leaving AFO all alone as he supercharges his cannon. AFO. Let's show the young heroes of today why I was such a feared man back in the day, shall we? Random hero. Attack. The mob of heroes charge AFO as some fire their quirks while others charge him headfirst, only for AFO to fire a hellbeam at the heroes, evaporating any hero in front of the blast, shocking the rest that he's now equipped with a death laser. A group of range quirk user focus fire on AFO's lower half, only for AFO to fire a barrage of rockets at the heroes, killing some while sending the others flying. 6 heroes rush AFO ready to deliver a barrage of attacks, only for AFO to swing his chainsaw arm, cleaving through the heroes like butter. And then one hero who was hiding in another hero's shadow jumps out at AFO, going in for a sneak attack, only for AFO to twist his neck facing the hero as he opens his mouth and takes a chunk out of the hero's head. All Might watches from afar, seeing how AFO is killing heroes left and right, even in this new form of his. All Might. Even in this cybernetic demon state, he's still a force to be reckoned with. Endeavor. Oi, what the hell are you looking stupid for? Focus. Endeavor fires a stream of flames at AFO, who slides to the left and fires a laser shot at Endeavor, who dodges as the laser shoots through 5 other heroes unlucky enough to be in the way, killing them. Endeavor. Damn it. AFO. Hero society will fall. Even though I won't be the one to be the cause, but I'll gladly witness the downfall of society alongside those who swear their loyalty to the Dreadnaught. Endeavor. So what, you're a follower now? AFO. I wouldn't call myself a follower, I'd say more of a general to the army. AFO rapid fired his laser cannon, gunning down heroes left and right as some duck in cover or scatter and try not to get shot to pieces, but then the laser came in overheated and popped, damaging it to the point it's not working anymore. AFO. Shit, critical damage. All Might. Now is my chance. All Might blitzes forward towards AFO with his fist, cocked back ready to punch him in the face only for AFO to eject his upper half up into the air dodging the punch as he switches his laser cannon into AM-202 flash and aims down at All Might. AFO. Enjoy. AFO fires 4 rockets at All Might who jumps back dodging the incoming rocket as the rockets hit the ground and explode creating a shockwave that sends anyone nearby flying. AFO. You know this area is starting to get a little cramped, take this outside shall we? AFO dives down at All Might as he switches his chainsaw arm into a cybernetic arm and grabs All Might by the throat and then blast upward towards the ceiling as he puts All Might in front of him as All Might smashes his back through the ceiling multiple times until they reach the surface and then crashed through the surface base ceiling as AFO throws All Might towards the ground, sending him rolling across the grass. AFO. You've definitely grown weak, old friend. You had so much power and strength back in the day, now look at you. You were frail back then and you're even more frail now. All Might. I cough cough, I defeated you once, I'll do it again. AFO. I'd like to see you try. All Might jumps up at AFO who dives down at All Might as the two reach each other as they both punch each other square in the face sending each other spiraling backwards, but All Might lands on his feet and aim his cybernetic arm at AFO as he shoots a bunch of taser strings at AFO clinging to his chest and sending loads of electricity to his upper body causing AFO to both roar and scream in pain. All Might. You're not the only one with some tricks up his sleeve. AFO glares at All Might as he opens his mouth and fires his Hellfire Blast at All Might surprising him as he jumps back, dodging the Hellfire Blast only for AFO to immediately dive down, switching his cybernetic hand into a spear as he stabs All Might through the gut making him cough up a little bit of blood. All Might. Gah. AFO. You're finished, old friend. All Might. Gee, that's what you think. AFO. You fool, that's what I can. But before AFO could finish his sentence, All Might punched him across the face and grabbed him by one of his horns and ripped it off causing AFO to roar in pain only for a few seconds as All Might stabbed the horn through AFO cheekbones, dislocate his lower jaw causing it to dangle down a little bit, and then All Might headbutt AFO in the face, hurting both of them but mostly All Might, but he quickly regained his senses and grabs AFO by his face and starts to pull his head off of his shoulders. AFO starts to feel that his head is starting to come off his shoulders as he switches from the spear and goes back into chainsaw mode as he stabs All Might in the side of his gut and starts the chainsaw up as he begins to slice and tear downward through All Might causing him to scream in pain, but All Might's grip isn't weakening at all. AFO. No no no, this is impossible. I can't die again. All Might. This time you'll stay dead. And with one good tug All Might ripped AFO's head off his shoulders, killing the number 1 villain for the second time as his body drops on the ground, going limp as All Might has to slowly and carefully pull the chainsaw out of his gut, and once he does, he falls on the ground, breathing hard. All Might. Huff 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 huff, it's over. I did it. All Might falls unconscious and starts leaking blood at a fast rate only for some SWAT members to see All Might and rush him to one of the medical tents for treatment. The heroes are relieved that it's all over, but not all of them are as happy as the rest. Many heroes and police forces died during this operation, and it was all for nothing since Izuku escaped along with all the other important individuals of the WAS. They had one shot, they took it and they missed. Aizawa scolded the hell out of Class 1A for their stupidity, almost getting themselves killed and also getting Hazashi critically injured, and almost getting him killed as well. Some of the heroes tried to search the nearby jungle for any signs of Izuku, but he's long gone now, so they dropped the search after a few minutes. Everyone goes back home either glad to be alive or sad that they failed the capture mission. The hours pass as the sun goes down and the moon comes up. We cut over to the 1A dorm where we see Mina in her room sleeping peacefully until all of a sudden her stomach starts to hurt badly, so she gets up and speed walks towards the bathroom door as she pushes the bathroom door out the way, then grabs a hold of the sink ready to throw up. Mina. Oh, not again, I thought those pills from the hospital would stop the stomachaches. Mina gets ready to throw up as she feels her insides moving around like something's in there crawling around, and she puts 2 fingers into her mouth down her throat as she forces herself to throw up, but at the same time a blade-like arm burst out from her stomach causing her to fall down and hit her chin on the sink as she bites her tongue too. Mina hits the bathroom floor, hurling up all over the floor while also bleeding from her stomach, seeing the mantis arm swinging around viciously as she feels something big coming out, causing her to scream in pain, and then both her chest and her stomach burst open, revealing 2 types of insects horrifying Mina before she succumbed to death. It's about damn time we get out of there, it was starting to get cramped. WW what happened, where are we? Welcome to the real world Ashido. Ashido. So what now Lola? Lola. Well, first things first, we eat. Lola then swings her blade arm, decapitating Mina and then picking up her severed head and taking a bite out of her frontal lobe. Ashido. Alright. Then Ashido joined in on the feast as the two ate for a minute before they heard a knock at Mina's door. Ochako. Hey Mina, you alright? Ashido. Uh-oh. Lola. Quick scram. Lola drops Mina's head as the 2 insectoids get up off the bathroom floor, run out of the bathroom and then jump through the window, which Uraraka heard and was even more concerned. Uraraka. Mina, you okay in there? Mina. Uraraka jiggled the doorknob a little bit and then slammed her shoulder into the door a few times before the door was forced open as Uraraka sees the broken room window and the bathroom light on as she walks into the room, turns her head towards the bathroom and looks down to see Mina's corpse horrifying her. Uraraka sees this and screams so loudly that she alerted the rest of the class as they come running towards the room to see what's going on, and once they get there, they see the same thing that she sees and are frozen in fear. Isik. Someone go get Aizawa-sensei. Lita runs off to go get Aizawa to inform him of Mina in hopes of saving her, but it's no use, everyone there knows that Mina is already dead. Meanwhile, back at the Waz jungle base, we see the head of AFO on the floor until a surgeon of death picks up the severed head and looks at it, then turns on his earpiece. Surgeon of death. The Yagi hunter has been slain. Izuku. How disappointing. Bring the body back to me. Surgeon of death. Yes sir. Izuku. It seems that AFO needs to be pumped up with more pain to understand why failure is considered worse than death. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now we will see you in the next video.